thing for my phone because nobody carries them. At the Best Buy and Walmart. In the meantime, they get the old school way. No, today's the 16th. Housekeeping? How's it going? DD lineup? I just had a picture. You gonna take a picture of it?
Well, I could go get a picture of it too. I don't know where it would be.
In the dugout, so you can just do a picture.
I'm not gonna go.
Just do a picture of a picture if you want.
Let's see if that works.
That's Hastings.
Oh boy, this is the. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh boy. There's some tape down there somewhere.
You need to make it bigger. So all the names should be.
All right, let me try that at least.
You get the numbers there, so you get everybody.
Maybe you can sit it down flat. Maybe.
There you go. Put that on your right.
It's time.
10, 9, 8, 7.
It's time.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Okay, so we've got that one there. My power's here. How come I don't hear anything? Oh, I started to hear something. Okay, check. Okay, I'm over there. Why am I hearing myself at all? Now I hear me. Okay, well, that's weird. We'll try this again. Howdy. Do you need the pronunciations again? I told him to bring. Okay, if not, I wrote one. He's getting the first names. I told him to take it back over to PA. Gerardin. It's a key. Don't worry about the cruise. The coach said it's just a key. Okay. Okay.
It's time.
It's time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast off.
It's time
For Hastings, Sodbuster Baseball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner will be going. This is the payoff pitch. Let's see if Shea can get out of the inning here. The kick and deliver. Swung on it, missed it, got him. 12 strikeouts for Shea Shanneman. That one hit to left field, making the left fielder go back. Keep going back, and that thing is going to be gone. It's out of here. Holy moly, Cole Evans. 370 feet. Cole Evans got a hold of that thing. Wow. That one hit to short. Cervantes is second, back to first, and they get him. Nicely turned double play there, the old 6-4-3, and there's 2 down. Their double play tonight turned by the Busters. Sodbuster Baseball is on the air. All right, good evening, everybody. Back at Duncan Field, and if you're driving to Ryder Park tonight, you're lost. Yeah, that was last night. You had the wrong night. Josh Salmon, Steve Stein with you as we have a warm day. It's not really that warm. It's 83, but it's been so humid all day that it's a very sticky 83 degrees here at Duncan Field. Casper Horse Heads galloped back into town, and it's kind of weird that I beat the team here. I'm not sure what was going on, but I mean, I was here by half hour or 45 minutes before the team got here, so I don't know if they had bus trouble or what, but everybody's here and they're safe. They never got their batting practice in, so we'll see if that affects anything or not. So, Steve, how's it going for you? It's a warm day, and your job, you're outside a lot.
It was gorgeous.
It's not bad? So
It was perfect. Yeah, I mean, temperatures in the 80s, mid-July. You can't ask for better than this. Yeah, you could talk about the humidity, but guys gonna love this, and you're getting a chance to play baseball in the month of July here, and hopefully the guys come out excited because I think it's right now it's a tough mental time for them. I think losing 4 in a row at home after they'd won 3 or 4 on the road. And kind of testing the character this week and how they're doing against Casper.
Yep. See what you're made of, if you will, this week. And Steve had a chance to talk to Chandler Wagner after last night's game. We'll get to that here in a little bit. Last time Casper was here just a few days ago, Manny Herrera got a start, and that was a fun. Or was that? Yeah, that was against Casper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and he had a start, and that was a fun time for him. He pitched 4 innings, and I had that interview, and I also got to talk to Jackson Rocha that came in and pitched in the 8th and 9th, and he hadn't pitched since high school. So we got all 3 of those interviews coming up here on the pregame show. We want to thank our sponsors as well. We'll got some new ads we're going to be playing for you tonight, and let's take a look at the rankings of these 2 teams, or standings, if you will. Overall, Hastings is 6th in the Clark division at 12-32. They're 19 games back, 3-game losing streak. They're 2-8 in the last 10. Casper Horseheads in the Lewis division are 13-30, similar, 17 games back, 2 games losing streak, and 4-6. This second half, though, the winner of the second half plays the winner of the first half. So the winner, so far in the second half, Hastings is 4-10, and Casper Horseheads are 5-8 in the second half. So got some ways to go here, but the Busters have tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday on the here at home, and then they take 3 days off, which I think will do good mentally and physically for these guys. They're just on a 14-game skid tonight. It's game number 12 of those 14, and I think that'll do them good, and then they go on the road for a little bit after that.
And like I say, I think, the All-Star break can't get here soon enough. It would be nice to get things going, though, with some good performances here in the next couple of days, so hopefully they can come out. Certainly Casper, a beatable team. Just got to come out and do what you do. And it'll be nice to get to the point, I don't know how many days in a row it's been, Well, we're just looking for guys to eat innings, where you get to the point where, all right, we've got a starter now that we're back to 100%. That may not really come until after the All-Star break for this Hastings Sodbuster team.
Yeah, for Casper, they were here Monday, Tuesday, and then they went home, or they went to Fremont, not too far from here, and took on the Moo. Lost both of those, 10-1, and then 12-10. And then Busters, of course, took on Sioux Falls and lost both of those games, and so now they're back here together, Casper and Hastings, competing for this weekend. Chance for you to come on out, 6:35 tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, and enjoy the ballpark. The shadows here on the stands pretty good, as always. Third base side open a little bit in the sun, but that doesn't take long here at Duncan Field. We'll take a break, come back, and hear some of those interviews. Steve had a chance to visit with Coach Wagner last night after the game, and, well, it was he had the little vein going perhaps in his forehead. He was a little upset, so but I talked to Chandler today, and you know, things are good, but he expects a little bit more of his team. So we'll get to that here in a little bit. This is the pregame show, Sodbuster Baseball.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience, a place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings, a proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
All right, welcome back to the Sodbuster pregame show. Josh Salmon, Steve Stein, Nate Miller, our engineer, getting ready to run your cameras for the game here on the YouTube channel. Steve had a chance to catch up with manager Wagner last night after the game at Ryder Park, and well, that was not the way everybody wanted it to go. 11-4 was the final on that one, and Steve had a chance to catch up with Coach Wagner. Here is that interview. I believe. Okay, here we go.
I mean, we scored 3 in the first on 1 hit, so.
Falls got off to a good start. Wagner, the Sodbusters dropping an 11-4 decision to Sioux Falls. Got off to a good start. I guess talk about the way the guys came out and put up an early 3.
Yeah, I mean, we scored 3 in the first on 1 hit, so I don't know if we exactly came out hot or if they kind of handed us 3 runs or what, but I don't know. I thought we were going to be in a good position to win a game here tonight after the first inning, and we just kind of laid down after that.
You mentioned 3 runs on 1 hit. You had a couple of hits in the second, getting a run across there to go up 4-1, and then not a hit again here at Ryder Park. The approach at the plate against a variety of relievers, talk a bit about that.
Pretty frustrating when you look at who they even threw at us, because they had guys that probably hadn't thrown an inning all summer. A couple guys they threw didn't throw anything but a fastball for a strike, and I don't know what happened tonight. So.
Was it a matter of the park? I mean, it is a smaller park. All the guys I'm sure I was talking about, were they swinging for the fences? Was that the mindset, or did you see just maybe a different kind of thing from your perspective?
I think it'd be easy to say that it was the park, but they played in the same park we did and put up 15 hits and hit 4 out, and we had 3 hits. So it'd be easy to blame it on the field that we played at, but I don't think that's the case.
I'm not saying the field, but the mental approach to it. It seemed like Sioux Falls, they took balls the opposite way. They were making good swings at it. Your guys weren't. Mentally, did they think about this park differently maybe than Sioux Falls did?
Yeah, that could be the case. I think a lot of our guys grew up playing around here, and that might play a factor. I don't know. I hit home run here in high school. I got to do it again now, kind of thing. But I don't know. Yeah, it could be part of the problem that happened today. And this guy's field in Sioux Falls is pretty small as well, so their approach doesn't really change. And going from our place to here tonight was obviously a big adjustment for us, and I don't think we handled it very maturely at the plate.
Talking with Chandler Wagner after an 11-4 loss, as the team going to be playing Casper in the next outing. But a little bit about the pitching. Did you see any bright spots? It seems like innings every once in a while you got pretty good performances. Did you see anybody that you liked in terms of pitching today?
Yeah, we extended all 3 guys that threw for us longer than any of them have thrown all summer. And that's kind of where we're at with our bullpen. We need guys to eat innings for us, and I could tell with DeBray and Hallback and Shimashita at the end of their outings, they were gassed at the end of it, and I appreciate the job they did for us to eat innings for us. And I don't know, I kind of figured whether we gave up 11 runs or not that we'd be in the game, especially in a place like this. So that was frustrating offensively to see that we didn't have our pitchers back in this situation.
Is it kind of survival mode just to try to get to the All-Star break? Because it seems like every day we talk about just guys eating up innings. At some point, hopefully, can you get back to where, okay, we can put a starting pitcher out there who has a little rest?
Yeah, I think the All-Star break will be huge for us, where we can kind of reset and hopefully get some guys back that have been hanging a little bit. So hopefully after the All-Star break, we should be ready to go, but we'll see.
Tough night for Chandler Wagner and the Hastings Sodbusters. They fall 11-4, battling Casper for a 3-game series at Duncan Field.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach, and thanks, Steve Stein, for getting the interview for me yesterday. I had to take off, and I had to write the story about the Sodbusters trip to Ryder Park for the Ground Independent, so you can check that out if you want. Thanks to Jack Coyle here, the Hastings Sodbuster photographer, for providing us a couple pictures for that, because I'm normally a photographer for the Independent, but I can't do both and announce. I can write, I can keep score and take pictures, but keeping score, taking pictures, and broadcasting, that's a little beyond me even as a drummer. So there we go. Last time we saw these guys, Manny Herrera faced off against them. He had a great outing. We'll talk to Manny about that outing here in a little bit. We'll also talk to Jackson Rocha, who came in that game and pitched, and first time he'd pitched since high school. Those interviews coming up. This is the Sodbuster pregame show from Duncan Field. Stick around. Casper Horse Heads and Hastings Sodbusters. First pitch show about 10-12 minutes away here at Duncan Field.
Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale. Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game.
My husband and I love to live in Nebraska.
It's the good life.
We always vacation here.
Love those Nebraska state parks.
We love to eat here.
Where are you going to get a better steak?
And we love to play here, especially Nebraska Pick 5 from the Nebraska Lottery. It has a $50,000 starting jackpot, drawing 7 days a week, and all the proceeds go back to our state.
Hey, honey, this weekend, let's buy some Nebraska Pick 5 tickets, go to a state park, and grill some steaks.
Like our first date.
I'm no amateur.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome to the Sodbuster pregame show. Josh Salmon along with you, Steve Stein and Nate Miller, set for some Hastings Sodbusters and the Casper Horse Heads here from Duncan Field. And Casper was just here, doesn't seem like a few days ago. They were. Yeah, it was, they were last here on Monday and Tuesday. Monday they won 7-1, and on Tuesday they won 6-5. You look at the box score of the 7-1 game, and in that game, it was kind of fun. Oh, that wasn't the game. Sorry, I wanted the one before that. That Manny Herrera got a chance to start a game. It was very cool deal for Manny, and got to talk to him about that performance. Let's play that interview right now as we have Manny Herrera talking about his performance that night. He got to start. He hasn't started. He only started one game this season, and that was for York College. Here with Manny Herrera, started the game. Manny, you started one game for York College this year. What did you think when they told you were going to get the nod?
Yeah, I just were thinking a little bit much because I don't usually start game, but I just were focused before the game, what was my job, and try to do my best today.
Got a couple situations tonight, bases loaded, but got out of it. Luke Bay came out and talked to you. What did he say? Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah, he just said, like, I got good stuff, just find a song and throw a strike, I get the out. That was he told me.
Yeah, so got a couple different situations, but pitched your way out of them. Good performance for you. Going 4 innings tonight. How's the arm feeling? That's your longest outing of the year.
Yeah, it's a little bit tired, but yeah, I told him I want to start one game before I leave and everything, so yeah, I think I'm good with my job today.
Very good. It was fun to see some of the guys like Jackson Rocha come in and pitch. Obviously, first time he's pitched as well.
Yeah, he before the game, he was throwing a bullpen, and he did pretty good, so that coach gave him the opportunity to.
Yeah. And then you faced one of your York teammates tonight on the other team. What was that like?
Yeah, that's so fun, like face to my friends and have a great time. It's the best thing of baseball. It's the best part of baseball.
All right.
Just spend this time with my friends and do the best I can.
Manny Herrera, thanks, man. There we go. Manny Herrera talking about that was against Sioux Falls actually when he pitched that game, and that was on the 14th a few days ago. He did take the loss. Wasn't his fault. He had no offense backing him up on that one. As the Busters lost 8-0. Manny officially pitched 4 1/3 innings, giving up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts in that time. Coming in and pitching 2 innings of relief, 2 1/3 to be exact, giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout was Jackson Rocha. Yes, outfielder Jackson Rocha, who hasn't pitched since high school. Here's what Jackson had to say.
From the Nebraska Lottery.
Oh, hold on. All right, I'm here with Max Scherzer. Jackson Rocha, man, came in and pitched. Have you had pitching performance before coming to Sodbusters experience?
High school of my junior year, the last time I threw.
So it's been a while. I got here today. You were already in the bullpen, and I got here pretty early. You were warming things up.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's pretty decent bullpen. I think I threw 1 strike before I went in the pen, but we went good tonight.
Yeah, struck out a couple guys and got a chance to opportunity to pitch. Would you like to come in and pitch again this year?
Oh yeah, for sure. I loved it out there. Just having fun, trying to throw strikes, compete. I'd love to do it again.
Awesome, very good. That was fun to see you come in. Obviously not the best situation with the team not able to get any runs on. It's kind of fun to see Manny start a game tonight too.
Oh yeah, it was awesome to see him pitch again. Haven't seen him start all year. It's pretty nice seeing that.
Yeah, you're going to play at Grand Island tomorrow. Much smaller field out there, but it's a fun one, so it should be a good experience for you guys.
Yeah, that should be super fun. I'm just looking forward for it.
Jackson Rocha, about his pitching performance, made his Sodbuster debut as a pitcher in the bullpen on that game back on the 14th. Coming back, we'll take a look at starting lineups here. This is the Sodbuster pregame show. First pitch, we're about 7 minutes away from Duncan Field. This is the Sodbuster pregame show. Let's take a word from some of our sponsors once again, and we'll be right back.
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Casper Horse Heads and Hastings Sodbusters Your Friday Night Baseball here on Duncan Field. Josh Salmon with you, 83 degrees. A humid 83 degrees today, but not bad for July, as Steve said to begin the broadcast. Let's take a look at the Casper Horse Heads and manager Scott Stover. This is what he's sending out there. It'll be his all-star left fielder Eric Arado leading things off. J.J. Girardin is at third base batting second. Christian Lopez at second tonight batting third. Joe Schmidt is the DH batting cleanup. Preston Joy at shortstop. He does a really good job over there on defense. He is batting fifth. Braden Herter is the right fielder batting sixth. He is in right field, as I said. Hank Dunn getting the start tonight. We haven't seen him yet. He's in center batting seventh. Jake Baker is at first base batting eighth. And Zion Springer, the guy with the long blonde hair, is the catcher again. He is batting ninth with Edgar Akie on the hill. Let's take a look at the Hastings Sodbusters and manager Chandler Wagner's lineup. Cole Dawson will be leading things off. He is at second base. Logan Johnstone moved down the order one spot. He is in center field. Trevor Matson batting third as DH tonight. Batting fourth is James Shimashita. He's at first base. Matt Hallback is your right fielder batting fifth. Jack Lombardi is at third base batting sixth. Luke Solis, shortstop, batting seventh. Cameron McClure batting eighth and playing left field. And batting ninth is Nick Carlson behind the dish with Leif Holtein on the hill. So it's Dawson, Johnstone, Matson, Shimashita, Hallback, Lombardi, Solis, McClure, and Carlson with Leif Holtein on the hill. Josh Salmon along with you. These teams have just met up the last series, which was Monday, Tuesday, and then they met up here for 3 games this weekend. So a chance for you to come out. If you can't make it out to the ballpark tonight, you can come out this weekend, 6:35. These teams will not meet up again the rest of this year. They're in 2 different divisions. But very similar ball clubs. You look at records and some of the bad luck that Hastings has had, some of the bad luck Casper's had, and talent-wise, just on paper, they're very similar. So we'll see what happens tonight. Busters could really use a win to get some morale going, and it'd be a good thing for them to do that. So see what happens there as Leif Holtein getting the start tonight. We'll take one more break and come back, and we'll have first pitch. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. Now a word from Rutz.
Smith, we only need one more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Rutz Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now, I have enough for one more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit RutzHeatingandAir.com.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Insides Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
This is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Steve Stein will join me on the broadcast. Nate Miller running our technical stuff here to my right does the best in the biz. That is Nate. Take a look at your lineups once again here if you're just tuning in. We're a little ways away from the first pitch, but let's take a look again at Casper. It's going to be Eric Arado in left field, J.J. Girardin at third base, Christian Lopez at second, Joe Schmidt, the DH, batting cleanup, Preston Joy at shortstop, Brandon Herter in right field, Hank Dunn in center field, Jake Baker at first base, and Zion Springer is the catcher with Edgar Akie on the mound. For Hastings Sodbusters, Cole Dawson at second base, Logan Johnstone, Trevor Matson at DH, and James Shimashita at first base batting cleanup. Matt Hallback is batting fifth in right field, Jack Lombardi at third base, Luke Solis is the shortstop, Cameron McClure in left field, and Nick Carlson is the catcher with Leif Holtein on the hill. They're going to get ready to do the national anthem, and they'll do the first pitch here momentarily at Duncan Field as people are still filing in. Good night for baseball, 83 degrees on a July Nebraska night. Hey, nobody's going to complain about that, right? Sure, it's a little humid, but we'll take that and not have 90 degrees in humidity or 98 in humidity. A couple little guys, a little guy and a little girl throwing out the first pitch out there with Chandler Wagner. Very cool. Jackson Rocha going to be catching the ball for him. There he is. He's winding up. Oh, and this is a good. It's going to be a good one. And the pitch Ooh, nice curveball. Look at that. Good drop on that thing. All right, getting set for some Sodbuster baseball. Casper Horse Heads didn't play last year. So these teams, it's been a while since they've met up this season. Saw them Monday and Tuesday, and then 3 games this weekend, and then that's it. Busters, as we mentioned, will have an all-star break on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then hit the road for Sioux Falls right after that. Let's take your national anthem right now. There's your national anthem, and we're getting set for some baseball here at Duncan Field. As I was saying, Busters have the All-Star break. 2 of the Hastings Sodbusters will head to Wyoming to Casper and play at the All-Star game on Monday. That'll be Cole Dawson and Trevor Madsen. The rest of the team will have 3 days off, and just kind of a mental and physical break for the guys that are on the 14-game stretch. This is game number 12 in a row. And rest the bodies, rest the arms, rest the minds, let them clear their head, maybe just relax, have a little bit of fun, and come back and hit the road again for Sioux Falls next week on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before returning home for the very last, second to last homestand of the year on July 26th, 27th, 28th. They'll see Fremont, travel to Fremont on the 29th, come back for Sioux Falls to wrap up the last homestand of the year, the 30th, 31st, and 1st. Busters will have August 2nd off and then finish out on the road at Wheat City and at Pierre. So season winding down after tomorrow's game, or excuse me, after Sunday's game. There's only 6 home games left after that. So keep that in mind. Speaking of tomorrow's game, Steve Stein will have you the entire game because I am already promised to DJ a wedding tomorrow for 2 very special people. So I am going to do that. Steve will be in very capable hands of Steve Stein, and you guys will enjoy the game with him tomorrow. And then I'll be back on Sunday, and we can chat then. How about that? But for now, you guys have me and Steve and Nate, and we're ready to go. Taking a look at the numbers here on Leif Holtein. Leif having a really good year here for the Sodbusters. Always a very nice young man, and good to see him having a good season. He was chosen also to go to the All-Star team. Did not want to go, and just declined it. I mean, he shouldn't say he didn't want to go, but he didn't want to go to Casper just for a day and then come back, and so that's perfectly fine. That's his prerogative, if you will, right? Yeah. So Leif Holtein, as we get set here, Eric Arado steps up, left-handed batter for Casper Horse Heads. Leif is 1-1 with a 4.43 ERA, 8 games, all of them starts, 42 and a 2/3 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 45 batters. Here's the pitch from the right-hander, and strike 1, we're underway. It'll be Arado, Girardin, and Lopez. Thanks for tuning in with us here on your Friday night. Back at Duncan Field. It was fun doing a game at Ryder Park yesterday. It was interesting with no internet, but between Scott and Nate, they made magic happen there. We appreciate that for the broadcast. 0-2 here to Arado. Eric Arato. And pitch coming up here from Leif Holtein. Arato has a .292 batting average. No home runs, 10 RBIs. Here's the 0-2. It's a second. Cole Dawson takes it on 2 hops. Over to first, and there's one down. Good lively crowd. Hey, there's a guy with a giant Sodbuster flag walking by as well, so that's cool to see. Plenty of youth and adults mixing in here on your Friday nights. Nice night in July. Get yourself some concessions and sit back and enjoy the game. If you're at home and you're watching on YouTube, you can do the same. What do you got in the fridge? J.J. Gerardo comes up. Girardin, third baseman. Girardin batting .341. Hails from Black Diamond, Washington. First pitch misses for a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Christian Lopez, a tough batter as well, coming up next. It's been a good season for Girardin. 15 of 44. 5 RBIs. Not a big run producer, but just a hitter. His job is, towards the top of the order there, is to get on base. And he's done well with that. Girardin, you never guess how it's spelled. It's Gerarden. Edmonds Community College. Here is the 1-1 from Leif Holtein. That one down the first base line. That is a fair ball. James Shimashita scoops it up himself, and there's 2 down. It was fair by about 6 inches, 8 inches maybe. Just stayed right down that first base line and jumped over the bag, and James got it, made it look easy. So 2 up, 2 down for the Busters here in the first. Hastings, 4-game losing streak after having a good road trip last time. They against Pierre came home, 7-game homestand. Have lost the first 4. So maybe they'll win the next 3 before the All-Star break. That'd be a good boost for the guys' morale. Here's the pitch to Christian Lopez. Strike 1. Lopez batting .392. Christian Lopez from Chula Vista, California. That's San Diego area as well. Right in my neck of the woods. Here's the 0-1. Strike there. Leif has no problem finding the strike zone here in the first inning. Holtein, last pitched on July 9th at Pierre on the road. Got the win in one of those wins. Went 5 innings, gave up 6 earned runs, but got the win anyways. 5 hits, striking out 2. Not one of his better performances, but he'll take the W, right? 23 batters faced. Before that, he pitched July 3rd, 5 2/3, 4 earned runs, 10 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 24 batters. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Christian Lopez. 2 outs, top of the first, no score, Casper and Hastings. On a high chopper to Holtein. He will get it, throw it over to first, and retire the side. So there is 3 up and 3 down here in the game, and we'll take a word here from Johnson Imperial. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Johnson Imperial of Hastings and Kearney has been a quality builder and developer since 1918. They have your office and retail space solution. Over 300,000 square feet of premier space. On-site management and maintenance. Great locations and abundant pricing. Spaces designed and built to suit. And flexible leasing options available. Johnson Imperial also features general contracting services. Check out all they have to offer. JohnsonImperial.com. Johnson Imperial in Hastings and Kearney. That's JohnsonImperial.com. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
All right, we're back here to Duncan Field. Josh Salmon along with you. Thanks for tuning in. Nate Miller to my right as we get set for Hastings here in the bottom of the first. As 1-2-3 went Casper in the top of the inning. So here we will see it'll be Cole Dawson, Logan Johnstone, and Trevor Matson. Wearing their gray uniforms with the blue hats and the orange bills. Looks a lot like the Detroit Tigers road uniforms is Casper Horse Heads. Busters in their gold jerseys with the white pants, the green pinstriping, and green socks with the yellow stripe. So I'm working on getting me some of those socks because I really like them. I think they're cool. I would wear them. I would wear them with shorts. How about that? No, that wouldn't look good. Okay. Cole Dawson. Guys struggled yesterday. They put 4 runs up at Ryder Park in Grand Island in the first 2 innings. It was 4-1 at the end of 2, and then they didn't get a hit the rest of the night. It's a kind of a punch in the stomach, and so manager Chandler Wagner was a little upset, and I'm sure the players were as well, so we'll see what they can get going here and hopefully have a better result today. Cole Dawson leading things off. And Edgar Aki is the pitcher. First pitch misses for a ball. Bottom of the first, no score. Aki, the 1-0 coming up from Aki. Edgar Aki from Fairfield, California. 6'1", 210 pounds. He is 0-2 with a 5.62 ERA. He has started, this is his 3rd start. He's appeared in 4 games total. Innings pitched, 16, strikeouts 14, 3 walks, and 24 batters faced. So hasn't pitched a whole lot this season. He last pitched on July 10th against the Tommyknockers. 2-1 count here to Cole Dawson. Dawson ropes that one to second, or short. He's going to have to hurry as Joy has a good arm. Do they get him? Ooh, barely. It's a close play, and they do call him out at first base. Joy is a tough shortstop over there. I'm going to give him that. It was a bang-bang play, and I think they did make the right call, but it was very close. So Logan Johnstone comes up. I hadn't officially met him until before the game today. He's been on the team for a while, and every time I go to the dugout, he's not there. And not that I'm looking for him, but when I'm down there, we just haven't crossed paths. So he's a very nice young man. He'll be playing baseball at Gonzaga next year. Left-handed batter. Just remember, this kid was playing high school baseball here a couple months ago. Here is the pitch from Aki, and that one called strike. It's a high strike zone. Johnstone batting .275 for the Sodbusters. Start in center field tonight. There is one down here in the bottom of the first. No score. Swing and a miss on that one. Trevor Matson due up next. People still filing in here. First inning. I always wondered on baseball times, they make them 5 after, 7:05, 6:35. That gives people 5 more minutes to park, right, and find their seat. Is that why they do that? And then people still come in the second inning. So, for bottom of the first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Logan Johnstone. I went upstairs. He lays off of it. Very nice young man. A very young-looking young man. He's in college, but he could pass for a freshman in high school. Left-handed batting. Johnstone. Los Gatos, California. It's his hometown. Here is the pitch from Aki. That one outside. And a good at-bat here for Johnstone. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, no score, bottom 1. Casper righty. Edgar Aki. Gets the sign, comes set against Logan Johnstone. And that one hit to second base. Scooped up over there by Lopez. And throw to first, there's 2 down. We know Lopez does a really good job at third base. First time we've seen him play second base. Monday and Tuesday he played third base and couldn't get much past him. Trevor Matson steps in the batter's box, smile on his face. Trevor, a Los Angeles Angels fan. He's from Riverside, California. Swung on and missed on that one. It bounces off the catcher and gets away from him. So nobody has a hit yet for either team. 83 degrees at game time. Winds at 8 miles an hour to the southeast. We're at 81 right now. Pitch coming up here from Aki. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trevor Matson. Busters, first of a 3-game series against Casper Horse Heads. Last time these teams will meet is this series. for the season anyways. That one, outside corner for a strike. They play in 2 different divisions, so they haven't seen each other too much this year, just this week. Earlier in the week on Monday and Tuesday, now this weekend. Here's the pitch from Edgar Key. Swung on and missed on the off-speed pitch. Trevor upset with himself on that one, and he goes down on strikes. So the first strikeout there for Edgar Key, and nothing doing here in the first inning. No score. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. We'll hear from Sam's Club.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball. When you're not heading to Duncan Field to watch the Sodbusters, head on over to Laughlin Country Club. The best view in Hastings. Their 2-story window overlooks the pristine course, the upscale clubhouse, and their kitchen crafts delicious dining menus. Behind the scenes is an entire full-service team led by their banquet manager who's working to make sure your event is executed flawlessly. Laughlin Country Club, 402-462-4151.
Welcome back to Hastings at Duncan Field. Josh Salmon along with you. Nate Miller to my right, running your TV controls. You're watching on the YouTube channel, or you're listening on the Mixler Radio. I appreciate you hanging out with us. No score, nothing doing here in the first for either team. No hits at all. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up here for the Horse Heads. Schmidt, who almost gets hit in the face. Joy and her. Schmidt steps back in the box there after taking a deep breath. I would too. Here is the 1-0. And that one inside as well. He does hug the plate. I got to give him that. I don't think Leif was sending a signal there, but he is really up on that line. The batter's box. Ooh, that one does beat him. Gives him a long look. And Leif returns a little message to him. So he eats him. All 3 pitches were very far inside. I think Leif was sending a message on the one before that one. You don't want to give up base runners, though. First base runner on in the game is Joe Schmidt. Brings up Preston Joy, the shortstop. Joy batting .221. It's spelled Joye, but it's pronounced Joy. Strike in there. Same umpires we've had for a while. You got George out in the field, and you got Anthony behind the plate as they rotate every game. Runner on first. The 0-1 misses outside. Leif Holtein pitching to Nick Carlson of Kearney. Holtein from Hastings, some Tri-City guys here. Schmidt short lead at first, not going anywhere. That one hit to center field. Johnstone backs up a couple steps, makes the easy catch, and there's one down. Braden Herder comes up to right fielder. Herder from Napa, California. Solano Community College. Herder batting .320 on the season. He is 6 of 50. No home runs, 10 RBIs for him. 1-0 to Herder. Joe Schmidt standing on first. He got beaned. Buster's got a big flag waving over here to the right. A guy brought his Sodbuster flag in. And then there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Top 2. 1 runner on here. No score. Casper and Hastings. Leif Holtein on the first base side of the rubber. Gives it a look. Schmidt takes the secondary lead. That one falling quickly in left field. And losing it in the sun is Cameron McClure. Schmidt making it all the way to third. And Cameron was fighting the sun, and then he had his glove lined up like I thought he had it. He was lined up perfectly, and then he dropped it. The sun in left field can be a bear here at Duncan Field, but he should know he's played out there a couple times this year. So that one ruled an error. Ends up being a two-bag error as Herder makes it over to second base. Schmidt all the way around to third. So now Holtein's really got to be pristine with his pitching here to not give up a run. Although the run standing on third is the guy he beaned. Cameron even shading his face right now against the sun with his mitt. Kind of reenacting the play himself out there. That can be tough. As a former outfielder, I know what the sun's like. Although I never played outfield here. Pitch in there for a strike. The ball's in one strike. Nick Carlson going up to talk to Leif Holtein. You got Schmidt hit by a pitch. Standing on third base. Braden Herder is standing on second base. Reaching on the air a moment ago. Brandon Herder. Hank Dunn. Don't know much about Dunn. First time we've seen him in this series, this season. Yakima Valley Junior College, Eureka, Montana is where he's from. He's a freshman there. Getting started in center field. Holtein checks his runners. Here's the pitch. And, ooh, that one's up by the tower as well. Leif having a little control issue here in the second inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 on here for Casper. No score. Top 2. Their other uniforms, I think, are better. These are just gray and bland and dark blue with orange bill. I don't like it. 1 and 2. Here's he fouls that one. The Horsehead logo is cool. I think that's neat, but I'm not a big fan of the grays. Just all grays. Schmidt stands on third. Herder stands on second. Holtein 1 and 2 here. Leif has no strikeouts yet in the game, but it's early. We're only in the second inning. Last couple of games, he struck out about 4 batters a game. Here is the pitch. That one chopped off third base side over the top of the dugout for the Busters. Somebody reached up and made a nice grab out of the dugout. Some of the young guys over there asking for the ball. Hey, can we have that? You got that ball? Just wait, you'll get him. There'll be plenty to chase, guys. I was talking to one little guy that came in with his mom and dad before the game, and he's like, he brought his own ball. He said it was already autographed, too. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Here is the 1-2. 2 on here for Casper. And that went upstairs. It goes 2 and 2. Hank Dunn. Dunn has had 85 at-bats this season. He has struck out 20 times. That's what Holtein's hoping for 21. Here is the 2-2 coming up. And inside goes to 3 and 2. Leif has really been pitching inside of the right-handers this inning. He almost took Schmidt's head off. Then he went inside, and then he beamed him on the 3 pitches consecutive. And then Preston Joy didn't go so much inside to him, but he hit it out to left field, and Cameron McClure lost it in the sun. Schmidt ended up on third, and Herder ended up on second. That's where they're at now. 3-2 as batter steps out of the box. Hank Dunn. We adjust the batting gloves, thinks about the situation. He's got the blue stirrups, the old school stirrups, as does Herder standing at second base. I remember those in Little League. I think even American Legion we had those. Here's the 3-2, and that one hits it short. Solis across the diamond, and they do retire the out, but he gets the RBI as the run scores 1-0 Casper. So a ground out to shortstop, but the RBI there for Hank Dunn, and Schmidt scores the run. So it brings up first baseman Jake Baker. Baker left-handed batter as well. He is a .316 batter. 2 outs here. Runner stands on second. Herder not able to move on the play. That one to Solis again. On the in-between hop, bobbles it, throws across the diamond. Do they still get him? And they do. Way to stick with it. Baker, not a fast man. And Solis stuck with it, made the play, and got out. They leave 1 on base. But 1 run in for Casper. And it is 1-0. Casper Horse Heads Busters coming up in the bottom of the first inning. This is Sodbuster Baseball here at Duncan Field.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Odyssey. Casual, modern, and innovative cuisine, drinks, and service in the heart of downtown Hastings. The website is odysseydowntown.com. Call for reservations 402-834-3811. Odyssey. Reservations are required for lunch and dinner. Carryout orders taken on the day of carryout only. 834-3811. A sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Want to get your grub on? Give Odyssey a call. Josh Salmon with you. How's it going here? Duncan Field is technically the no-hitter's still intact, and it is. There was a runner on base last inning via an error. They did score a run on no hits, and Casper, being they, lead 1-0 here. Bottom of the second for the Busters will be 4-5-6. James Shimashita, Matt Hallback, and Jack Lombardi. We take a look around the Expedition League and find out some scores of other games happening. Canyon County Spuds at Badland Big Sticks just getting underway there. And all the other games just getting underway as well. Peter Trappers at Wheat City, Mining City Tommyknockers at Spearfish, and Source Valley at Western Nebraska. Fremont Sioux Falls in the second inning. No score on that one. We just saw Sioux Falls here twice. Here's James Shimashita, outside corner for a strike. I went down, I was wearing my Padre hat specifically for James, who's a Dodger fan. I went down the dugout and he wasn't there a couple times. I think he's avoiding me. That one way outside. Holy moly. Catcher barely got a hand on that one. Zion Springer. Shimashita. Claremont, California, San Diego County. Batting 196. That one hit to right field, and right fielder loses his hat. Herder makes the catch. There's one down. Tell him maybe cracked his bat on that one. He is checking the lumber. I think we need a new stick for him next time. So Matt Hallback comes up. I don't have a height on Hallback, but he's about 6'2", 6'3". Pitch on the way, and that one in there for a strike. No hits in the game for either team. Busters went 1-2-3 in the first, as did Casper. Casper able to put a run together on a hit batsman in the second, but they did leave another runner on base. Or leave a runner on base. And it's 0-2 here quickly to Matt Hallback. Hallback, 314 batting average. Pitch number 20 coming up here for a key. That one is outside. Ball and 2 strikes. Hallback, the right fielder tonight. We've seen him DH a lot this season, getting the start out in right field. Ooh, and that one hits him. Ouch. Hits him twice. It hit him in the arm and in the wrist. Tells umpire he's okay, but technically beamed him twice. Does he get 2 bases for that? I don't think so. Wow, they're saying it's a foul ball. They are. They're saying it hit the bat. Well, it hit him at least once. It must have hit the bat first then. It's interesting. So we'll do the 1-2. We saw this once earlier in the season too. That happened. Here is the 1-2 from McKee. And fouled back to the right side. So yeah, it must have hit the bat and then hit him. Chance for you to come out tomorrow, 6:35 first pitch. Same 2 teams and same thing on Sunday here. Duncan Field, love to have your smiling faces out here. Even if you're not smiling, we'd like to have you out here. Here's the 1-2 once again from McKee. Smack third base side and foul. Hallback just staying with it. Trying to stay alive there. Chandler Wagner picks it up at the third base box. Assistant coach, pitching coach Luke Bay over in the first base box. Busters are housed on the third base side. Casper, the visiting team, is on first base. Here is the 1-2. High chopper to short. Joyce in between, hot for him. He's going to have to hurry, and Hallback makes it as the first baseman cannot scoop it. Baker, no scoopy for you. He's upset with himself, so that'll be an infield single for Matt Hallback. Nice way to run it out there. Joy has a great arm at shortstop, and that was a tough hop. Bounced really up by his ear, and he got it, brought it down. So first hit of the game belongs to Matt Hallback and the Hastings Sodbusters. Brings up Jack Lombardi, looking for his first hit as a Sodbuster. Hadn't been with the team too long. Lombardi has 6 at-bats with Hastings. Hallback leading off of first. And that went inside for ball 1. Matt Hallback has only stolen 1 base this season. He's also been caught stealing ones. 1-0 Casper. Bottom 2, 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes. Shadows creeping on over the top of home plate. Here's the pitch from Aki. And that one misses. Didn't look too bad from up here. 2 balls, no strikes. Most Major League Baseball teams resuming play today. I think some of them were going to last night. There were some rain delays, so Major League Baseball will be interesting to see what happens there in the second half of the season. Here is the 2-0 coming up. Now it's back to right field. That's going to be a hit. We'll have runners on first and second as Hallback stops there. Getting it in quickly is Herder, and Busters have a little rally going out here with 1 out. 2 hits in a row. They're 5-6 hitters. So Luke Solis comes up. Luke batting 193. It was a tough pill to swallow yesterday, Ryder Park. Busters gave up 4 home runs. We knew there'd be some home runs in a shorter park and a Legion field, but none of them came off the bats of Hastings players. Busters scored 4 runs in 2 innings and then didn't even get a hit the rest of the game. They'd like to look past that one and move on to this one. They have 2 hits in this inning. 2 runners on here, only 1 out. Solis pulls that one down third base line. Just a little early on his swing. So Busters have a chance to tie it up there with Hallback standing on second. Go ahead run over at first is Jack Lombardi. We're in bottom of the second here with a key. Luke Solis for RBI since the Buster only has 5 in 54 at bats. Right-hander versus right-hander. A Key's pitch. Ooh, swung on and missed on that one. Bottom fell out of it. Cameron McClure due up next. Then Nick Carlson. 1 out, bottom 2. 1-0 Casper. Busters threatening here with 2 guys on base. Yellow jersey on second. Yellow jersey on first. I do like the gold. Gold or yellow. I like those jerseys. Way outside. Nice catch there by Zion Springer, the catcher for Casper. Casper hosting the All-Star game on Monday. Trevor Matson heading down. Cole Dawson as well. They'll probably carpool, I'm guessing. Home Run Derby going along with that as well. And then guys will take a couple days off. All the other guys in the league who aren't in the All-Star game will have 3 days off and resume play on Thursday. Swung on and missed on that one. And down goes Solis. Second strikeout of the game for Aki. That one looked like a slider. Cameron McClure comes up to left field. There are 2 outs for the Busters. These are situations that they've just had problems with this season. They get something going and then can't get the clutch hit. Something poked in the power alley, and Hallback could probably come around and make it. So Lombardi got his first hit a moment ago as a Sodbuster. It's a nice moment for him. He stands on first base. Here's Cameron. Swung on and missed on that one. They're just having a hard time with the slider. He's got a good one. So I mentioned Aki, not too much pitching experience coming into this game. Only 3 other times he's pitched this season. He has 16 innings pitched total. Here's the 0-1. That one popped up and slicing out of play on the parking lot to the right side. And quickly 0-2 here to Cameron McClure. Cameron plays a little right, little left. He goes to St. Edward's College in Texas. He's from The Woodlands, Texas. Not Woodlands, it's The Woodlands. I don't know too many other cities that start with the in them. I don't know what size town that is. I'm going to have to look it up. 0-2, Busters, 2 runners on, 1-0 they trail, bottom 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and a key got out of the inning, striking him out. Finishes off the Busters here in the second, and they leave 2 on base, but they had 2 hits. Nothing to show for it. They still trail 1-0. Casper coming up in the top of the third. This is Sodbuster Baseball, and we'll take a word here from Eldon's Automotive.
Yes, so Mr. Johnson, we took a look at your car, and turns out you got a broken rotator splint. You want us to fix it or what?
When your car needs repaired, don't take it to that guy. Take it to Eldon's Automotive Repair. Old school service with new school technology. 701 East South Street in Hastings. So anytime your doohickey, thingamajig, or whatchamacallit breaks off, take it to Eldon's Automotive Repair. Eldon'sAutomotiveRepair.com. Remember, don't go to that other guy.
Come on, I ain't got all day. Busy, you know.
A reminder from the Nebraska Lottery. Nebraska Pick 5 has draws 7 days a week, with jackpots still starting at $50,000. So play Nebraska Pick 5 today, or you might miss your chance to win big.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Josh Salmon, Steve Stein, Nate Miller. Busters had a chance, left 2 on base there in the bottom of the inning, and those are the things that keep managers up at night. But still 1-0, and still a no-hitter going for Leif Holtein, even though he trails. Steve, we'll have you here in the third inning.
Yep, it has been the epitome of what the Busters have been through this week. No runs, 2 hits for the Sodbusters, 1 run, 0 hits for Casper. Seen a few of these type of styles of games. Let's see if they can get it headed in the right direction. But first things first, it's going to be the 9-1-2 for Casper here in inning number 3 as Zion Springer. He steps to the plate, right-handed hitter as he faces Holtein. Holtein off to a very good start. Just throwing strikes, had that hit batsman which came back to haunt him, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Zion Springer.
Kind of looks like a Noah Syndergaard. The hair going.
Yep. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and that one blew it by him. 1-1 on Zion Springer, doing the catching for the squad from Casper. The Horseheads put off a 2-game sweep at the hands of Fremont. Springer out of Menlo College from Albuquerque. This pitch misses the inside corner. It goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Zion Springer.
Hastings have the best fans. These guys are into it already. They're trailing 1-0. They're showing their support. They've been through thick and thin with this team, and boy, great fans here for Hastings Sodbusters.
Yeah, and really good crowd considering what this team has been through in terms of wins and losses. Still coming out, and that's really neat because, quite frankly, it's still fun baseball. 2-1 pitch, and that's taken upstairs for ball 3, 3-1. Springer coming into today a 180 batting average. He does have a double, a triple, 9 hits on the season. He's knocked in 4, walked 13 times. 3-1 delivery on the way, and that one is across for a strike. Now a full count on Zion Springer, the number 9 hitter, with the leadoff man coming up, Eric Arado.
Check swing there. Nice pitch by Leif. He's got him guessing here. He has no idea what's coming.
Holtein will see if he can finish off the number 9 hitter right here. 3-2 delivery, and that is just missing for ball 4, so a leadoff walk to begin inning number 3, and it was a leadoff hit batsman which led to the lone run of the ball game, an unearned run after an error on the left fielder, and then a RBI ground out from Hank Dunn. As the top of the order coming up, it's Eric Arado. Arado grounded out to the second baseman, his first time up.
One of the all-stars for Casper Horse Heads.
Left-handed hitter as he stands in against the righty Leif Holtein. Holtein trying to pick up a win here today and help Hastings end a 4-game skid. Bouncing ball right side. Second baseman picks it up. Cole Dawson, no problem with that.
Smart play there, not trying to do too much. He gets out Arado, and Zion Springer advances to second on the play, so 1 on, 1 out for J.J. Girardin.
Yeah, the only place he could go with that one, ball was running towards first base, so he just picked it up one big motion over to first. Didn't try to do too much, like you said. Nice, smart play, 1 down.
Girardin steps to the plate. He is 0 for 1, and he is coming off a ground out to the first baseman, his first time up. Girardin, one of the top hitters on the team at .341 coming into today. 1 on, 1 out. Holteen to check of the runner and the pitch. Bouncing ball off the glove of Holteen. Picks it up behind the bag. Throws to first. High throw. Gets away. A run will score. And the Sodbusters trail it 2-0.
That's one of those ones you just want to put it in your pocket. He really had a hard time getting to him. And maybe just give up the single, let have runners first and third.
The thing is, if he makes a good throw, he's out. So,
right.
I mean, it's got to be an error. That's the unfortunate thing. Holteen couldn't field it cleanly, and he still got to it and had enough on it. Had the throw been good, Girardin would have been out. So it's the second error of the game, and the second run of the contest comes in on that error. And Girardin ends up at second base with still Lopez and Schmidt to contend with here in inning number 3. 2-0 Casper on top.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of plays this year where there's been similar things like that, and they've overthrown it a lot. So I understand trying to get the out, but sometimes conservative is good too.
Lopez, another one of the All-Stars, going to be getting a chance to play in the home stadium on Monday night. Leif Holteen was selected for the All-Star game but turned down the invitation. Not uncommon with the pitching situation as the pitch is fouled away, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's not like MLB where you go in town for... you fly in,
right.
You get a chance to experience home run derby. I mean, it would have been 9 hours in a car to get there,
right.
And maybe you get a chance to throw 10 pitches and then get in a car and drive home.
Yeah, not a big deal there. So I understand that completely. And his team needs him here. Don't take a chance of any injuries.
Yep. So 2-0 Casper on top. 2 runs, 0 hits on the day for the Horseheads, and both free passes have come back to haunt Leif Holteen, and now he throws this one in the dirt, and on to third base goes Girardin. So runner at third. And still only 1 man out. 2 on 1 the count on Christian Lopez. Is this the beginning of a 3-game series between the Sodbusters and the Horseheads? Hastings trying to find a way to recover their mojo. They just have struggled here at home after they won 3 of 4 at Pier. You thought a nice little foundation set, but it just has not gone their way during these last 4 games. And the 2-1 delivery is missing for ball 3. 3-1. Lost a variety of different ways as they fell to Casper 7-1 on Monday, lost 6-5 on Tuesday, beaten by Sioux Falls 8-0 Wednesday, and then yesterday had only 3 hits and an 11-4 setback to Sioux Falls. 3-1 the count. Runner at third, 1 out, 1 home here in inning number 3, and Casper leads it by a score of 2-0 as Holteen brings it home. Bouncing ball left side, Solis, the shortstop, has it. Throws to first in time, but another run scores. So a ground out from Christian Lopez, plates a run, and Girardin comes in to score. Bases empty, 2 outs for Joe Schmidt. 3-0 the score here in inning number 3, as Schmidt hit by a pitch and scored the first run for Casper.
It's 12 of 14 games for the Busters. They have 14 games in a row they have to play. This is number 12. So tired guys out there mentally and physically.
Can't get to the All-Star break soon enough, but you'd love to get to the All-Star break and win a couple out of these.
Sure.
Next 3 is the pitch across for strike. No balls, 1 strike. Joe Schmidt, he's another one of the All-Stars for Casper, 230-pounder out of John A. Logan Community College. As the pitch swung on and missed.
What's the mascot? Do you have any idea?
No, not in.
Usually you know this. This is why I'm asking. Nobody preps more than Steve Stein.
Well, no, not this time.
Okay,
no.
All right.
0-2 pitch with 2 outs. Going beyond my my preparation. Pitch is fouled away, and that's off the hand of the Hastings catcher, Nick Carlson. I think it's just grazed it. He's apparently okay. It was off his throwing hand, but he just gets right back into the crouch, so pretty tough effort there. 0-2 count on Joe Schmidt. This whole team trying to conclude what has been a tough inning. Misses this outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, just having bad location here in this inning. A lot of pitches outside, not finding the zone.
Sodbusters trailing by a score of 3-0. 2 unearned runs this inning to go along with an unearned run last inning. Pitch swung on in the dirt. Schmidt tries to run it out, but Carlson throws to first to complete the strikeout, and that will do it for Casper here in inning number 3. But they get 2 runs on no hits, 1 error, and no one left. As we head to the bottom half of inning number 3, it is Casper 3, Hastings nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball. Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience, a place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
We head to the bottom half of inning number 3, as it is going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters up there for the Hastings Sodbusters. Nick Carlson, Cole Dawson, Logan Johnstone trying to find the measure of Edgar Aki. Had a couple of hits last inning, but could not get anything going on those. And Carlson steps into the right-handed box and see what he can do here, batting 189 coming into today for the product of Kearney. Takes the pitch for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes on Nick Carlson. Carlson does have 1 extra base hit this year. He's knocked in 7. Stands in the right-handed box as a key, winds and delivers. This one fouled away, 1 ball and 1 strike on Nick Carlson. To have a scoring update, Brendan Herder was actually awarded a hit instead of giving an error to the left fielder back in inning number 2, so that would make Casper's first run earned as the pitch is taken inside. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Did he give a hit and an error? Because still has. Does he have? Oh, I guess he only has 1 error on the scoreboard. They have 2 on our scoreboard, but 1 on the official.
Right. The official score is different than what's on the scoreboard here at Duncan Field. Ground ball, third base, throw to first in time. Well played by Casper's J.J. Girardin, and Nick Carlson is out to open inning number 3.
Leadoff hitter out here. It's important to try to get that leadoff hitter on any way you can, and Busters have been struggling with that here at home during this homestand.
So the official line, 3 runs on 1 hit for Casper, 1 error for Hastings instead of 2, as we are in the bottom half of inning number 3. And back to the top of the order with Cole Dawson. Dawson lines this one to center field, and he has a hit in his 2nd at-bat of the day. It's the 3rd hit of the day for the Hastings Sodbusters, who are working on a 3-0 deficit here as they try to make a comeback. Dawson with a single, and 1 on, 1 out for Logan Johnstone.
I did go down and meet him ahead of time. I told him you might interview him tomorrow, but nice young man. Very quiet, but nice young man. Had a little chat.
The Gonzaga recruit will stand in the left-handed box for the Hastings Sodbusters. Logan Johnstone. See what he can get done. If nothing else, try to move that runner up, or will they turn Dawson loose against a key? He will go on the first pitch, and a hit and run going, and the pitch is fouled away. No balls and 1 strike to count on Logan Johnstone.
Dawson didn't even look at the ball. He just took off, and then he slid, and he got it. He goes, oh, because he had a big jump.
Johnstone raising his batting average to .278 with some solid hitting during the past week. See, stands in the left-handed box against the righty Aki. 3-0 to score. Casper on top, and the pitch swung on, missed way out in front of that one. Quickly 2 strikes on Logan Johnstone.
Key has been really doing a nice job of mixing up the pitches. He's thrown the slider in. That was a changeup right there, and then the fastball.
A key out of the stretch. Dawson a little smaller lead than he had when he stole the base, and the pitch is taken outside for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Logan Johnstone. Johnstone batting in the 2-hole today. He was the leadoff guy while Dawson batted second yesterday. But Dawson with a pair of walks yesterday, so thinking, man, need all the offense you can get. Need base runners, and thought maybe that would jumpstart this O. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Johnstone with Trevor Matson waiting on deck.
Yeah, I think Johnstone's been at the top of the order on this whole homestand, if I remember right.
Johnstone did go 1 for 4 yesterday with a run scored in that loss at the hands of Sioux Fall. While Dawson did score 2 runs with his 2 walks and 2 runs scored. All the offense coming early for the Sodbusters. They were up 4-1 after 2 innings and could not make it stick. Runner goes, and Johnstone skies this one in the air to left field, playable as Dawson will retreat, and that will be caught out in left field. A nice job there for Eric Arato to play the Sun and take care of Logan Johnstone.
Sun can be a bear. We saw that in the first inning. Ask Cameron McClure was even used to it. Had left field Sun, but nobody was better in left field the last couple of years than Grant Schmidt was out there.
That'll bring up Trevor Matson with 1 on and 2 outs. Matson a strikeout his first time up. 1 of 3 recorded so far for Edgar Aki. Aki out of the stretch. Dawson's taken off a couple of times, and ball's been hit both those times. 1 a foul ball and 1 a fly ball out as Matson takes inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, Matson, one of those guys that just is right inside. You're going to pitch him inside, you're probably going to hit him. He does lead the team in hit by pitches. A lot like Schmidt on Casper's team. He's one of those guys that just stands really close to the plate.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Sodbusters trying to come back as they trail it by a score of 3-0. Have yet to win on this homestand. 0-4 as the pitch is taken a little bit high. 2-0 now on Trevor Matson. Matson, one of the Expedition League All-Stars. He'll be playing along with Cole Dawson. Monday's game. Get an opportunity to rub shoulders with some other guys that you play against through the course of this year. Bouncing ball left side. Going to be a tough play. Great stab by the third baseman and the throw to first in time. Wow, that was not an easy chance for Gerardin, who guns down Matson, and nothing happening for the Sodbusters. No runs on 1 hit. 1 man left. We head to inning number 4 as Casper continues to lead Hastings 3-0. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
We head to inning number 4 as the Hastings Sodbusters on the short end of a 3-0 game. Leif Holtein has thrown 44 pitches through the first 3 innings. He has allowed 3 runs, 2 of those unearned through the first 3 innings. They did have a scoring change, ruling what most people thought was an error, a double instead, a Sun-aided double, if you will. And we'll see what Casper can get done here as they'll bat their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Preston Joy starts things. He flew out to center field his first time up. Joy coming into today with a batting average of .221. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Preston Joy, a product of Georgia State, and he's from Georgia, Roswell, Georgia. Righty-lefty matchup as Leif Holtein looks in at his catcher, Nick Carlson. Holtein's 0-1 delivery. High and outside for a ball, 1-1 the count. Sodbusters playing James Shimashita at first base. Cole Dawson at second, Luke Solis, the shortstop, Jack Lombardi at third, and the pitch way outside all the way back to the screen. In fact, 2-1 the count now on Joy. Cameron McClure is in left field today. The Sodbusters have Logan Johnstone in center and Matt Hallback in right. Sodbusters on the short end of a 3-0 score. 6:35 start time both tomorrow and Sunday as well, as the pitch is bounced foul behind home plate. It goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Preston Joy. Casper coming off a sweep at the hands of Fremont, losing their 2 games on the road, and then making the return trip to Hastings after they won a pair in Hastings on Monday and Tuesday. Pitch fought off over into the Hastings dugout by Joy, just a self-defense swing on a pitch that was tailing inside to him.
Yeah, Joy not spreading joy to the Buster bullpen. Everybody's okay with it, but they got out of the way. I don't know who was there, but that thing was a screamer.
Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. First man up in inning number 4. Last 2 times, Casper's had their leadoff man get aboard. Both of those guys have scored. They've taken advantage of the opportunities presented them, and this pitch is missing for ball 3. 3-2 the count. As we've seen, Leif Holtein hit 1, walk 1, and also has a strikeout to his credit. Holtein brings home the delivery. Swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout here to open inning number 4, and it's back-to-back strikeouts after he struck out Schmidt to end the 3rd.
All right, 2 strikeouts in a row there for Leif. 1 down.
And Brendan Herter had the aforementioned fly ball to left that, well, it really ate up Cameron McClure, who could not field it with the sun in his eyes, and they ended up ruling it officially as a double and an RBI. It's the bouncing ball, a bunt down the third base line, and picked up in foul territory. Good job for Carlson to let it go foul, and it's strike 1 on Herter. Inning number 4 is the Sodbusters and Horseheads wrapping up the first or the final series before the All-Star break. In Major League Baseball, talk about the first half/second half, but we're just about a month away from ending the season here in Expedition League, as these guys going to be heading on to their respective colleges for their next or sometimes their first year of college baseball, depending on the situation. Sodbusters with a few guys who are college recruits and are going to be playing college baseball for the first time. 0-1 delivery on the way. Big swing, no contact. Holtein blew him away. Now, Leif did go to Missouri Southern, but he was a redshirt, so he will have 4 years to play at Missouri Southern, and hopefully can be a contributor there. A very solid team from the MIAA and in NCAA Division II. Off speed, and that misses for ball 1. 1-2 the count now on Brendan Herter.
Hey, you guys kind of talked about yesterday how these guys make relationships, with their teammates, and then some guys you may never see again, but you keep in contact with, or some guys you see again somewhere in your career. It's a fun league.
1-2 the count, and the pitch stays a little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One guy we hope to see again, but he has left the Hastings Sodbusters. Manny Herrera off to Panama.
Oh, did he go back?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I got to talk to him tonight. He got that start. That was a good start for him. That was fun.
Yep.
He's a nice young man. See him back at your college. He'll be back to Nebraska before too long.
2-2 the count, 1 out. Top half of inning number 4. Casper with the lead, 3-0. Sodbusters trying to battle back here from behind. They have out-hit Casper 3-1. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. It's a full count now on Herter, as pitch count getting up there a little bit for Leif Holtein. Holtein now at 55. His ERA at 5.41.
Couple guys playing long toss in the bullpen.
3-2 delivery on the way, and it's fouled away as Herter stays alive.
I need to go down to York College next year and watch him and Trayton pitch.
Yeah.
A couple times, see some Panther games. That's a fun field. You ever been there?
I've not.
That's a very nice field. The press box is really, really small. I've called many games there, but it's a very nice field there.
Oh, they play Legion ball there?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
And football.
Yes, it's been a long time, but yes, I actually have called
Levitt Stadium.
The McCook Legion games there. The state tournament in York. Well, it's been well over a decade ago, but I did have a chance to call a few games in that particular stadium. 3-2 the count, and the pitch. Taken for ball 4. Pretty good at bat for Herter there as he works a walk 1 on, 1 out for Hank Dunn, center fielder. Had an RBI ground out his first time up.
First time we've seen Hank in this series. Luke Bay's going to come out and have a little chat here with Leif as Jacob Shaw, and I can't tell who the other pitcher is starting to get warmed up over there in the bullpen for Hastings.
Dunn batting .259 coming into today, and Bay having a conversation right now. The Sodbusters, I mentioned Luke Bay, graduate assistant at Kansas State. Guy who is the pitching coach on this team. K-State had an all right year, 34-23. They did go 10-14 in the Big 12, 3-2 in the Big 12 tournament. And that is going to do it for Leif Holtein, so a pitching change will be made as he is not pleased with this outcome as he exits for the Hastings Sodbusters, one of his shorter outings of the year as he heads to the dugout. So pitching change will be made. We'll take a break and tell you about the new Hastings pitcher. When we come back, it remains Casper 3, Hastings nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Johnson Imperial of Hastings and Kearney has been a quality builder and developer since 1918. They have your office and retail space solution. Over 300,000 square feet of premier space. On-site management and maintenance. Great locations and abundant pricing. Space is designed and built to suit. And flexible leasing options available. Johnson Imperial also features general contracting services. Check out all they have to offer. JohnsonImperial.com. Johnson Imperial in Hastings and Kearney. That's JohnsonImperial.com. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Welcome back. Sodbuster Baseball. Steve Stein will have your pitching change.
As Jeremy Schneider is the new man there for the Hastings Sodbusters. Schneider making his 9th appearance. All but 2 have been starts. His last 2 have been relief appearances, 37 1/3 innings. He's allowed 28 runs on 31 hits, 23 of those earned. He's struck out 28, walked 22. That has been a big issue, his control. He's 0-4 with a 5.54 ERA. And like I say, a former starter for this team, and he pitched in relief against Sioux Falls his last outing and really struggled, allowing 2 runs, 1 of those earned on 1 hit, walked 2, as he did not retire a batter when he came in.
Yeah, that was just 2 days ago on the 14th, and had a tough outing there, so hopefully a little better outing here. They need to get some innings out of him and try to save the bullpen a little bit more, because as I said, we're game number 12 of 14, so the guy's going to be tired, but night is done for Leif Holtein, and here is Schneider.
So Holtein works just over 55 pitches on the day and allowing 3 runs so far, 1 of those earned, walks 2, hits 1, strikes out 1, allows only 1 hit. And here comes Hank Dunn. Dunn with an RBI ground out his first time up. Runner at first and 1 man out. Schneider, first things first, just throw strikes. Throw strikes, see what happens.
Talked about Sioux Falls. They're leading 1-0 at home against Fremont in the 4th right now.
Big series going on between what right now is the top 2 teams, and that is a critical series for the season because Western Nebraska wins the first half, and Fremont and Sioux Falls trying to battle it out for the second half. Pitch is missing, and the runner goes, and no throws. It fell out of the glove of Carlson, so now runner in scoring position, and 1 out for the Casper Horse Heads.
For Herder, that was his 3rd stolen base of the season. This team will run a lot. Well, they run about as much as we do, I should say. Not a lot, but they have 51 stolen bases.
Yeah, not like Sioux Falls,
right,
which had over 160 stolen bases after that game last night. So Hank Dunn ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. I mentioned Fremont second half leading the Clark division at 11-3. Sioux Falls just came back at 10-4. Both teams doing what they needed to do against teams which have struggled in the league, winning games against Hastings and Casper respectively. Pitch misses, 2 balls and no strikes. Schneider tried to find the strike zone here. Runner at second, 1 out. Here in inning number 4.
Pitch is missing outside for a ball. It's now 3 balls and no strikes.
Not what you want when you come out of the bullpen. Your job is to get outs, and danger of walking the first batter you face here. Already down 3-0.
So Holtein goes 3 in the 3rd innings. He does have that man at second. That is his responsibility. 3-0 delivery on the way. That's outside for ball 4. So you mentioned a 4-pitch walk for Schneider, and Hank Dunn aboard. Runners at first and second now with Jake Baker coming up. Baker grounded out his first time up.
For Schneider, that's the 23rd walk he's given up this season in 37 innings.
Baker 316 coming into today. One of their better players, has 16 runs batted in for him. 6 extra base hits, all of those doubles. First and second, 1 out, and Casper looking to extend a 3-0 lead here in inning number 4. Pitch misses low for ball 1, so 5 straight balls from Schneider coming out of the pen. Jeremy Schneider from Northeast Community College, a nursing major. Battled through a spring, which he won 5 of his 8 decisions, but had a fairly inflated ERA. Misses inside here, now 2 balls and no strikes.
Schneider hasn't thrown a strike since coming into the game here. Runner on second is Herder. That's still runner charged to starter Holtein.
3-0, and Casper looks for more here in inning number 4. The delivery taken at the letters for a strike. 2-1 to count on Jake Baker.
Yeah, so Schneider was warming up. Shaw was down there getting loose, but he really wasn't warming up, so we'll wonder if we'll see Jacob Shaw at all tonight.
Could be the next option later in the game, or could see him sometime this weekend. Bouncing ball back up the middle. It could be 2, so at least a second for 1. Over to first in time. Just what the Sodbusters needed there. A 6-4-3 double play, and nothing happening for Casper here in inning number 4. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It remains Casper 3, Hastings nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members, so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball. When you're not heading to Duncan Field to watch the Sodbusters, head on over to Laughlin Country Club. The best view in Hastings. Their 2-story window overlooks the pristine course, their upscale clubhouse, and their kitchen crafts delicious dining menus. Behind the scenes is an entire full-service team led by their banquet manager who's working to make sure your event is executed flawlessly. Laughlin Country Club, 402-462-4151.
Head to the bottom half of inning number 4, 3-0 Casper over the Hastings Sodbusters. Going to be 4, 5, and 6 coming up against Edgar Aki. Aki very solid through his first 3 innings. He has been able to scatter 3 hits so far, and he's also been able to get out of the only real jam he faced with a couple of strikeouts when Hastings had runners at first and second and only 1 man out.
Still Sioux Falls leading 1-0 with Fremont at home in the 5th. That's top 5.
James Yamashita steps to the plate. His updated batting average at 196. That's joining the Sodbusters here moderately recently as he takes strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Had a good start to yesterday's game with a sacrifice fly to bring home a run. He went 1 for 3 as the Sodbusters had all of their offense. The first 2 innings did not have a hit in the final 7 innings of that contest against Sioux Falls yesterday as the Sunfish battled for the final 10 runs of that game to win by a score of 11-4. Shimashita fouls the pitch away, and James down to the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He wants to go back to Pierre. He had a great series in Pierre on the road. He had 3 hits on the 11th game. On the 11th, the Busters won 9-2. He had 2 hits in the game that they won 7-6 the next day. and then won the next day. So a good series for him out of those 4 games. He had 6 hits.
Just a solid series for the Sodbusters, winning 3 of 4, but it's all come undone here in these last 4 games as they have lost the subsequent 4 contests all here at home, with 3 of the games at Duncan Field, 1 at Ryder Park in Grand Island. A neat opportunity to play that game. Thought maybe you'd see some home runs. You're just hoping some of them would be from Hastings Sodbusters.
There was home runs, but
but 4 of them all by the Sunfish.
Wrong jerseys.
Pitch misses for ball 3, 3-2 now on James Shimashita, leadoff man here in the 4th. Sodbusters trying to get their leadoff man aboard for the first time in the game. They trail by a score of 3-0. Bouncing ball right side, and that's into right field for a base hit. So James aboard to open inning number 4.
First time leadoff hitter's been on this inning for the Busters, this game for the Busters.
And that will bring up Matt Hallback, who had an infield single his first time up. Hallback aboard as he'll stand in the right-handed box. Matt Hallback against Edgar Aki. Aki, the right-handed pitcher, as he gets set to go, working out of the stretch now with that runner at first and a decent lead for Shimashita.
53 pitches for Aki. This is 54.
And Hallback skies it in the air to short center field. A long run, but making the call and making the catch just a few steps out on the outfield grass is Hank Dunn for the first out of the inning. So Hallback cannot advance the runner. Runner at first, 1 out, and Jack Lombardi.
Source Valley at Western Nebraska, no score. Bottom of the first on that one.
Sodbusters have had way too many innings during his homestand where that just empty at bats in terms of, you get a runner at first, nobody out, and can't advance them. And consequently, there've been games where they've had a decent number of hits, but have not been able to cash in as many opportunities as they've needed to. And then there's been a couple of games where they've just struggled hitting, like yesterday, when they managed only 3 against a series of relief pitchers, basically, for Sioux Falls. They kind of used their bullpen and had some great performances out of those guys.
Yeah, well, in the first game of Sioux Falls, 8-0, and Busters had 8 hits and couldn't get a run in.
Jack Lombardi at the plate, taking ball 1, stands in there, ready to go for the second pitch from McKee, and this one a cross for a strike, 1-1 the count on Lombardi. UNO product, recent addition to the Sodbuster lineup, and interesting to see if they do add another with Manny Herrera exiting.
Good to see Lombardi get his hit last inning. Get that off his back in his first Buster hit.
Park Ridge, Illinois, stands at the right-handed box. Santa Key brings it home as the runner goes, and this one is skied in the air to center field, but that's where fly balls go to die. A few steps back for Hank Dunn. 2 outs in the inning. Lombardi hits it pretty well, but he's 1 for 2 on the day, and that will bring up Luke Solis.
Yeah, a couple times the Busters have tried to hit and run in this game and not able to execute. Luckily, the runner able to get back to the previous base and retreat, but I understand the small ball and trying to get things going, but it's just not working right now.
Yep, nothing really clicking right now, and it's unfortunate because I think when they have been hitting and running or just flat stealing, I think they've got pretty decent jumps. It would be interesting to see whether they could have had stolen bases on those, but you want to give your hitter a chance to hit too as the pitch is taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. The count on Luke Solis, who struck out his first time up. He's the starting shortstop for the Hastings Sodbusters. Right-handed pitcher, Aki, trying to work his way through the 4th, still with a 3-0 lead. Aki, big deep breath, off-speed pitch right across for a strike. It's quickly 2 strikes on Luke Solis.
Chino Hills, California, going to be going to UC San Diego.
Shimashita with the leadoff single, but since then a couple of flyouts to center, and Hastings down to its final strike of the bottom of the 4th. The pitch from Aki. Foul ball. Solis gets a piece of that one. He'll stay alive to see another one for the Hastings Sodbusters. Solis seeing his batting average dip below 200, 11 out of 57 for 192. Sodbusters, their batting average at 254. Casper right in that same territory, 260 coming into today. Another 0-2 pitch as the runner goes, and this pitch just missing inside, and no throw down to second, so Shimashita in scoring position, and any old blooper to the outfield could get a run home as Shimashita in scoring position now with 2 outs.
Stolen base for him, number 3 of the season.
So James stands at second. We'll see if Solis can deliver a run. Soundbusters need a 2-out hit here. See if they can get the mojo turned back in their favor as they've out-hit the squad from Casper 4-1, but they trail it 3-0. Couple of unearned runs against Leif Holtein among those. Bouncing ball left side and just foul.
Ooh, I don't know. I think that was a fair ball, and it hit off his glove and went foul. They don't think they got that call right. That was a fair ball when he touched it, and it bounced off his glove and went foul.
Anthony Atkinson all over that one, saying foul ball. So coming back to the batter's box will be Solis. Still no balls and 2 strikes on him as he'll get back into the right-handed box. Runner at second. Soundbusters trail it by a score of 3-0.
Chandler Wagner biting his tongue at third. He's not happy with the call.
As Solis stands in. Soundbusters with a couple of hits in the second. Getting a hit here in inning number 4 as well. Off-speed pitch stays inside. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Couple of pitches inside here from McKee, and Solis not even flinching at those. He wants to get on base any way he can.
4 hits in the game for the Hastings Sodbusters, just 1 so far for the Casper Horse Heads. Aki takes his time. Out of the stretch, Shimashita runs at second, and the pitch. Hard hit ball, but right at the second baseman. It's a line out to Christian Lopez, and Solis is done. So are the Sodbusters here in inning number 4. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. As we head to the 5th inning, Josh will take you through that. It remains Casper 3, Hastings nothing, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Odyssey. Casual, modern, and innovative cuisine, drinks, and service in the heart of downtown Hastings. The website is odysseydowntown.com. Call for reservations 402-834-3811. Odyssey. Reservations are required for lunch and dinner. Carryout orders taken on the day of carryout only. 834-3811. A sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Josh Salmon with you, Nate Miller to my right. Steve Stein will be back here in the next couple innings. I get you in the 5th as Jeremy Schneider comes out for the 5th inning here as Busters had a chance. I'm still debating that call at third base. It looked like when the ball was hit to third there, Girardin dove for it. It was fair when he dove for it. It hit off his glove and went foul. Chandler Wagner was right there. He saw it. He looked like he agreed with what I said. And then the batter ends up lining out to second base. So might have been a different inning, might have been a different ball game. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. We'll look for Casper here. It's going to be 9-1-2. It'll be Springer, Arado, and Girardin. Take a look at that Sioux Falls game hosting Fremont. That game tied at 1 in the bottom of the 5th. Western Nebraska leading 3-0 at home against Soares Valley Saberdogs. Here's Zion Springer. I love the name Zion as a first name, by the way. That's cool. Catcher walked his first time up. 3-1 Casper here in the top of the 5th. First pitch misses for a ball from Schneider. 9-1-2 here for the Horseheads. Springer batting 180 on the season. That one misses 2-0. So Leif Holtein started this game. Schneider came in last inning. Finished it off. Schneider goes from the stretch with nobody on. 2 balls and a strike to Springer. Shouldn't really say a stretch, but he shades his face. Guess it is the windup, but it's just a different way of doing it. Here's the 2-1. Swung on a miss, went back to the heater again, 2-2 to Zion Springer. Good lively crowd here Friday night, makes a fun atmosphere. Busters again out hitting their opponent and yet underscoring them. It's happened several times this season and a couple times on this homestand. They have 4 hits to the 1 of Casper. The 2-2 offering from Schneider. Strike 3, froze him. Have a seat, Zion Springer. Strikeout there for Schneider. First strikeout for Schneider. Third for Casper hitting here today, and there's 1 down. So Eric Arado comes up. Arado left fielder. Left-handed batter. Schneider's ready to go. Arado's not even in the box, and Schneider's in his position. In the middle of the rubber, the glove to the face. He's like, I'll wait. I'm in no hurry. Here is the leg kick and the pitch. That one inside. 1 ball, no strikes. 3-0 here in the top of the 5th. Casper leads. They scored 2, 1 in the 2nd and 2 in the 3rd. Game number 12 of 14 in a row for Hastings. Game number 1 of this series against Casper of 3. We're in there for a strike. Tomorrow, 6:35. Steve will have the call that entire game. I'll be back on Sunday, 6:35 for that one as well. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 3-0 Casper. That one foul off first base side, just over the top of the dugout for the Horse Heads. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stover, Scott Stover, the manager of the Horse Heads. If that name sounds familiar, he was first manager of the Sodbusters. Season number 1, didn't complete the season, I don't think, with the team. Here is the 1-2, and floats it up there. Stays up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whole team started the game for Hastings. Went 3 1/3, 1 hit, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts, and 14 batters faced. Schneider's gone a full inning, walking a strikeout, 1 out here, and that one goes way inside on the slider, and it's ball 4. Second walk given up. Oh, it did hit him? Oh, wow. I didn't see it hit him at all. Okay, hit by pitch. Thank you, Nate. It didn't look like it bounced off of him anywhere. It was inside an erratic pitch, or erratic pitch, I should say. So, JJ Girardin comes up. Girardin, the third baseman, an outstanding play earlier in the game. That backhanded play across the diamond. And 1 ball and no strikes to Girardin. I need to get a broadcasting sign on the door. Here's the 0-1. One of those little on-air lights. Right to third base. Bobbling it for a second is Lombardi. They do a throw to second to get the out. So sticking with it. That's what you do if you're going to bobble it. He took his eyes off maybe just for a second. And so out to third. Technically, it's the fielder's choice. Christian Lopez comes up. Buster's done a good job of containing this guy. He's batting like .389 coming into this game. .333 right now. Still a good batting average. Still a tough out. Playing second base in this game. Also plays some third. One of the All-Stars, of course. The best hitters in that league. One of them. Oh, 0-1 count here. Runner on first. 2 down. 3-0 Casper. Top 5. That one right center field. That's going to at least be 1 in the power alley. That's going to roll for a while. Christian going to second base. Perez will stand up there with a double, and the run will come in. It is 4-0 Casper. Took the second pitch and just smacked it right in the power alley, making it look easy. RBI there for Lopez, and it's hard to contain that guy to make him go for 3, and he's 1 for 3 now on the day. Stand-up double RBI for him. And run scored there by Arado. So again, that hit batsman coming back to bite Schneider. Earlier, Hulting hit a batter, and it came back to bite him as he scored 2. 4-0 Casper. Joe Schmidt comes up. He was said guy hit by pitch earlier. He also struck out his second time up. That one low for ball 1. Buster pitching, hurting themselves a little bit in this one. Some walks and hits batsman coming back to bite him. They've only given up 2 hits. Up the middle, Cole Dawson able to get it and get the out, and they leave 1 on base. But 1 run in on 1 hit. Runner stranded. It's 4-0. Casper with the lead. We'll be back in the bottom of the 5th. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
Oh, yeah, so, Mr. Johnson, we took a look at your car, and turns out you got a broken rotator splint. You want us to fix it or what?
When your car needs repaired, don't take it to that guy. Take it to Eldon's Automotive Repair. Old school service with new school technology. 701 East South Street in Hastings. So anytime your doohickey, thingamajig, or whatchamacallit breaks off, take it to Eldon's Automotive Repair. Eldon'sAutomotiveRepair.com. Remember, don't go to that other guy.
Come on, I ain't got all day. I'm busy, you know.
A reminder from the Nebraska Lottery. Nebraska Pick 5 has draws 7 days a week, with jackpots still starting at $50,000. So play Nebraska Pick 5 today, or you might miss your chance to win big.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
Casper out, able to tack on another run. In the top of the 5th, Buster's got some work to do, down by 4 here. Very reachable. They have 4 hits, just no runs to show for it. Josh Salmon back with you. Nate Miller to my right. Steve Stein on the broadcast today as well. Thank you for joining us here on your Friday night baseball from Duncan Field. And currently sitting in 81 degrees. A little humid 81, but not bad at all, as most of the fans are still completely in the shade now. A little bit of sun peeking through the right field, or on third base side over there, but nothing bad. Edgar Key back out there for his 5th inning of work. Why not? He pitched a pretty good game. No runs on 4 hits and an error. So McClure will lead it off. It'll be 8-9-1. McClure, Carlson, and Dawson do up for Sodbusters. He has struck out 3 in the game. First pitch in there, a strike to Cameron McClure. McClure struck out, speaking of which, it was the third strikeout victim of the game for McKee. The righty comes set, kicks and delivers. Very fast kick for him. Down third base line. Picked up across the diamond, and a nice play there by Girardin, 1 down. Busters failed to get the leadoff hitter on here in the 5th. 0 for 2 is Cameron McClure. Nick Carlson, the catcher, comes up. Carlson was injured for a little bit this season. Glad to have him back, batting 184 on the season. Here is the pitch. And that one low for a ball. Busters have stranded 3 runners on base. 4 hits in the game. Again, not able to bring them around. How many times has that happened this game? This one hit into left field. That's a base hit. Nick Carlson gets things going here in the 5th with a single. Smacked it right between third and short into left field. If you can just do that every time, well, they'll probably figure it out. But if, metaphorically speaking, if you do that every time, average go up quite a bit. Speaking of average up quite a bit, here is Cole Dawson. He got a hit last time up. He is now batting .318 again. One time this season, not too long ago, he was up about the .340 range. Baseball can do that. You have a couple 3-hit games, you're back up there. Have a couple 0 for 4 games, you're back down there. It's just the way baseball is. Short lead for Carlson over at first, being held on. 1 out. Dawson shows bunt, pulls back. It's 1-0. Well, the best bunter on this team, one of the best I've seen. Cole Dawson. First baseman Baker holding on. Nick Carlson over at first. Busters trail by 4. There is one out. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That one on the outside corner for strike 1. Ball in the strike here to Cole Dawson. He's 1 of 2. Grounded out his first time up. 3-game series with Casper. 6:35 tomorrow, 6:35 on Sunday here at Duncan. I'd like to have you out. That one back up the middle, and 2 hits in a row here for the Busters. So nice piece of work there by Dawson, taking the third pitch he sees and smacking it up the middle. So Busters finding some holes. That's what teams do against them. This time, their turn. 2 hits for Cole Dawson in the game. And that brings up Logan Johnstone. Logan 0 for 2. Cole Dawson's hit takes him up to 323 batting average now. So that is the 6th hit surrendered by Edgar Akey. Nobody going in the bullpen for Casper. They have a 2-game losing streak as they faced Moo. Busters have a 4-game losing streak. Here is the pitch. Taking outside is Johnstone. So McClure led off the inning. He grounded out. Carlson singled. He stands on second. A moment ago, Cole Dawson singled. He stands on first. This is situations where you got to get somebody in. We saw the situation earlier in the second inning, and they left him stranded. That's going to be in the 5-5 hole in the left field. They're waving him around. Here comes Nick Carlson. The throw is cut off. They might have had him. The throw had plenty on it. Third baseman, the pitcher cut it off himself. If he would have let it go, they might have had him. It was a good, strong throw. Left fielder a little upset that the ball got cut off. Busters happy. They score a run. Nice RBI single there for the kid, Logan Johnstone. Single to left field, and just almost the exact same hit that Nick Carlson had at 5-5 hole. Just keep doing that. That's what the Moo make a career out of for Fremont. RBI there. Run scored by Carlson. Busters on the board here. 4-1. Trevor Matson, good chance for some RBIs for the Busters at 2-on. 3 hits in the inning. Some body stirring in Casper's bullpen. Runners go. It's a double steal, and retreating back to first is Johnstone. So it was a fake double steal. Making it over to third base is Cole Dawson. He had plenty of jump. Johnstone took off late, but I think that was planned. So he took off like he was going to steal, and I think the whole time it was supposed to be the decoy. He was the decoy for Dawson to get to third. So runners on the corners here. Johnstone does run well. The ball was almost thrown into center field. 0-1 here to Trevor Matson. So Busters playing some trickery, if you will. Johnstone does lead off first, being held on. Cole Dawson on third, 1 run in. 3 hits this inning for the Busters. That pitch up high. It's 1-1 to Trevor Matson. Got a good vibe going right now. Good vibe. Setting up the vibe over the TV and radio waves. Here is the 1-1 coming up from Trevor Matson. Hits this inning from Carlson. Dawson, who stands on third. Carlson scored a moment ago. Johnstone stands on first. 1 run in. 1 out. Johnstone does go in now, and Trevor Matson smacks it into left field, and Busters will score. Johnstone stopping at second base. RBI single, and it's 4-2. So 3 Busters out of 4 hits this inning have been in the exact same spot, just between shortstop and third, right into left field. Just do it every time. They're not going to play you that way. Just keep smacking it there. Coach coming out to talk to his pitcher. 2 runs in, giving up 4 hits in a row after retiring the first batter of the inning. Now Busters can tack on some more here. Shimashita has a chance to. He singled back in the 4th. Expedition League scoreboard here. Sioux Falls now leading 3-1 at home. Top of the 6th against Fremont. That's a big series for the Clark division. Of course, Casper plays over in the Lewis division. They were coming into tonight overall. They were last. Canyon County Spuds right above them. Canyon County losing currently in the bottom of the 3rd, 4-0 at Badlands. Badland Big Stick second in the Lewis division. Busters with 4 consecutive hits, 2 runs in. There's some action going now in the bullpen for Casper. 2 on here, still only 1 out. James Shimashita. Chance to tie this thing up. He represents the go-ahead run at the plate. First pitch in there for a strike for Jimmy. 1 of 2. So Cameron McClure grounded out to start off the inning on to third. And then singles from Carlson, Dawson, Johnstone, and Matson. 3 of 4 of those guys just hit it between short and third, and there's a big gap there now. And this one down the third base line. That's going to be a fair ball for Shimashita. 1 run will come around. Johnstone scores. Trevor Matson kicking in the turbos. He will stop at third. Oh, they got him in a pickle. He slammed on the brakes too late. They're going to get him out, but the runner will move on to third. Smart base running there by Shimashita as Matson just completely didn't look at his coach. Chandler Wagner just slowing up the stop sign. And Trevor Matson ran through the stop sign into traffic. So they score 1 on Johnstone. Give the single. Give me the double to Shimashita with the RBI. He ends up on third, though. Smart base running for him, though, to keep going, because it was obviously that Madsen was going to get stuck in the pickle. He had no chance out of that thing, but his job was just to stay in there long enough for Shimashita to get to third. So 2 outs, Busters with 3 runs in this inning. 5 hits. Great inning here for Hastings. To keep it going, Matt Hallback. Hallback 1 of 2. RBIs this inning from Johnstone, Matson, and Shimashita. 3 runs in for the Busters. 9 hits for them. Which, you look at, but it doesn't really matter in the long run if you win. It doesn't matter how many hits you have. If you lose, then it does. One of those deals. A little shallow in the outfield, especially in right field. Right field, they're playing extremely shallow. Is Herder. Dunn playing shallow. A little bit deeper and left is Arado. 2 balls and a strike here to Hallback. Busters 5 consecutive hits, 3 runs. They've capitalized in the situations they haven't been able to capitalize on this road trip, on this homestand, Wants a new sign as the pitcher, a key. He comes set. Here's the 2-1. That one upstairs. Good job laying off of it. Now 3-1 here. McKee has not walked a batter in this game. He struck out 3. Produces a lot of fly balls and ground balls, but has not walked a batter. In danger of walking his first here. Here is the 3-1. That one fouled off first base side. So it's a nice piece of hitting there by Shimashita. The left-handed batter took it and hit it the other way, opposite field, down the line. He ended up at second. Johnstone scored. Matson was coming around to score, and then they threw up the stop sign. Well, then by then he was already in a pickle, and it was too late. The ball was thrown in the third baseman, so he stayed there long enough for Shimashita to get to the third. That one hit deep to left. That thing is going back, and it is going to be bouncing off the wall, stopping at second base on a very long double. That thing was about maybe 10 feet from going out of here. Clobbered it to Matt Hallback. Another RBI. Busters tie this thing up. We got a ball game, folks. 6 hits in a row for the Busters. 2 doubles in a row. Stover sticking with a key. A key coming into this inning. Had a 4-run cushion. And you look at his stats now. 10 hits, 4 runs, all earned, only 3 strikeouts. That thing was clobbered by Hallback. Towards the 405 center sign there in left center field and bounced about maybe 10 feet before the wall and off the brick wall. There's Jack Lombardi looking to keep the inning alive. 2 outs. Went in there for a strike. McClure led off. He grounded out. Then he had singles from Carlson, Dawson, Johnstone, Matson. Shimashita had a double. Hallback had a double. The only other out was when Matson overran third and got in the pickle. 0-1 coming up here from McKee. And that one gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for the runner to advance. Hallback will retreat to second. Ball and a strike here. Josh Salmon with you. Steve Stein will be back in the 6th and 7th inning. Sometimes I get all the action hitting. Steve gets a little jealous. I don't think he'll care as long as the Busters are winning. He honestly doesn't care, and I'm sure I don't either. They're tied it up anyway. He's not winning. 4 runs this inning for the Busters. That one a little looper to right, and it will be caught by the extremely shallow playing Herder. And Busters do leave 1 on board. But 6 hits, 4 runs, leaving 1 on. A great inning there for Hastings. And it's all tied up at 4 apiece. This is Sodbuster Baseball coming back for the 6th. Now a word from the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience, a place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
We head to the 6th inning. This Sodbusters turning this game around with a 4-run 5th inning. 4 runs on 6 hits, and actually had another guy thrown out on the bases, but very good go as see the offense come to life and stringing hits together, something they've not been able to do during his 4-game skid. Really neat to see him put a crooked number on the board.
Matt Hallback, that thing was a clobbered about 10 feet from the wall there, and that's a good inning. See the guys come in the dugouts. There's some smiles down there right now. That's a good feeling. Let's keep it going.
And now it's imperative that Jeremy Schneider come out and put a 0 on the board. He has worked an inning and 2/3 and trying to keep this at 4-all now. He has a chance to earn his first win of the year if the Sodbusters can take the lead with him on the mound. Preston Joy bats for Casper here in inning number 6. Sodbusters have out-hit Casper 10-2, but it's a 4-4 tie. Ladies and gentlemen, that is baseball. The pitch. Across for strike, no balls, and 1 strike on Preston Joy. Fly out to center his first time up, and then he struck out back in inning number 4. We're in the 6th inning and a 4-4 deadlock. Sodbusters in their gold jerseys today. The green B on the front, numbers on the back, white pinstripe pants. Pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Preston Joy. Jeremy Snyder, 24 pitches through his first inning and 2/3 of relief of Leif Holtein, and went the first in a 3 1/3, and inside and a hit batsman. Sodbusters have struggled in that respect today as a hit batsman again here in this inning. Snyder's second after Holtein hit 1 earlier. So Snyder trying to battle back now from this leadoff opportunity as Brendan Herder will step to the plate. He drew a walk his last time up. That was the last guy that Leif Holtein faced in the 4th inning. He had an RBI double his first time up in the 2nd. Takes the pitch for a strike, no balls and 1 strike. 1 on, nobody out. Casper trying to regain the lead under former Buster coach Scott Stover, TJ Middlestat, and Kyle Pearson, his assistant coaches. Schneider, big right-hander, takes a look over at first, comes set, and brings the pitch home. High for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike on Brandon Herder. Schneider out of Lovell, Wyoming. Northeast Community College pitcher. 1-1 delivery. On the way. Across at the knees for a strike, 1 and 2 on Herder with Hank Dunn waiting on deck. Casper Horse Heads coming into today's play at 5 and 8 in second half standings, 13 and 30 overall.
Currently 4th place in the second half of the Lewis division. Source Valley has moved to sole possession of first place in that division as Herder steps out. Source Valley at 9-5. They took over first from Mining City, which is 8-6. Badlands 6-7, just 2 teams above 500 in the Lewis division in the second half. Just 2 teams below 500 in the Clark division. 1-2 delivery on the way, and this one is grounded by the third baseman for a base hit. Could be extra bases. Herder digging for second. He's in there. As a good hustle for Preston Joy to get to third, so a hit batsman and a double to open the 6th inning, and Casper in business here as they try to come right back after the Sodbusters had plated 4 runs in the 5th. Hank Dunn now bats. Had an RBI ground out his first time up. A walk back in inning number 4. 0 for 1 on the day for Hank Dunn, right-handed hitter, and Snyder going to have to find a way here to minimize the damage. Sodbusters at this point bring their infield halfway, not fully in on the grass, but at least trying to potentially cut off a run at the plate. It's going to have to be a real rocket, and the pitch across for strike. No balls and 1 strike on Hank Dunn. So a hit batsman for Joy. He advanced to third on the double from Herder. That's where we stand. Nobody out. 4-4 the score. 4 runs, 10 hits for Hastings. 4 runs, 3 hits for the Casper Horse Heads. Schneider, the pitch. Just above the letters for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike on Hank Dunn. So 7, 8, and 9 trying to come through here for Casper as they're 5 and 6 hitters both reaching to open the 6th inning. A 4-4 deadlock, but this team from Casper trying to regain the lead, coming back immediately after the Sodbusters had plated 4 runs in the 5th. Pitch is fouled away. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hank Dunn. A strikeout would look mighty fine here for Snyder, who is not an incredibly big strikeout guy. 23 strikeouts in 37 and a third innings coming into today. Had more walks than strikeouts on the season. Does have a strikeout to his credit since coming in to the ball game. Struck out the number 9 hitter Looking back in inning number 5. We're in the top of the 6th now. Casper threatening. Here's the pitch. Outside, pretty good 1-2 pitch, but Dunn did not offer at it. It's now 2-2.
Schneider has, back on July 7th, struck out 5 Moo. You look at June 5th, he was struck out 8 against Wheat City.
So has had moments this year when he's been a strikeout guy and needs to be one here to keep that runner at third with less than 2 outs.
Both those games he pitched in multiple innings, so 4 to 6 innings.
2-2 pitch, and it's taken upstairs. Well, Snyder was a regular rotation guy to begin the year. His only 2 bullpen games have been his last 2 appearances as the pitch misses. 4-3, 3-2 now on Dunn.
He almost came in that one game when he wasn't on the lineup card.
Yep, warmed up, entered the game, but they had not written him down and added him to the roster for that day, so he had to exit. And now stepping out is Dunn. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. It's a 4-4 tie here in inning number 6. As the right-handed pitcher brings it across and called strike 3. Hank Dunn had tossed the bat away, but he can pick it up heading to the dugout now, and a big called strikeout. There's 1 out with runners at second and third, and Jake Baker will come to the plate.
Second strikeout for Schneider, and I agree, that looked like a strike to me.
Baker playing first base has a couple of ground outs to the shortstop. The last one was incredibly big, a 6-4-3 double play to end the 4th inning with runners at the corners. That kind of helped turn the momentum a little bit, and then the Sodbusters able to get a 4 spot up into 5th to turn this game around. We were all knotted up after it looked like Casper was going to keep this squad at bay. Pitch misses for a ball. Jake Baker at the plate for the Casper Horse Heads. They try to regain the lead. Schneider would love back-to-back strikeouts here to have a chance to get out of this with no damage done. 1-0 delivery and just high. 2 balls and no strikes on Baker.
Buster's able to put 4 up in the 5th inning. That was a good feeling. Now they got to get out of this one with 0.
Baker out of the University of Kansas, and his hometown is the home of KU, Lawrence, Kansas. 2-0 delivery. Bouncing ball back up the middle into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes his 2nd run home, and it's a 2 RBI single for Jake Baker. As Baker brings home a pair. Johnstone fumbled it, but that's 2 RBIs all the way. As Joy scores, Herder scores, and Casper has taken advantage of the early offense in this inning with a hit batsman and a double. And now we will see Zion Springer come to the plate for Casper. 6-4 the score. Casper on top. The pitch. Missing for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Zion Springer, who walked and scored a run his first time up, as we are joined by General Manager Scott Galusha. Get his take on things. A lot of things going on in Scott's life at this point. We'll try to get an update on that as this inning progresses. Do you really care much about baseball right now with all that's going on? Come on.
I tell you what, honestly, I love this. Is what we work for.
Sure.
It's a nice crowd and it's a beautiful night. And I love what I do, but I hate phones. But I'm watching my phone. My daughter is in labor with her first child and my 2nd grandson in a month. And my wife is on the way to San Diego. So I'm glad that we're strong enough to let me stay here and do my job. But it's at least a divided mind for sure.
All right, let's see what happens here. 1-2 the count on Zion Springer. Snyder trying to get his 2nd strikeout of the inning. As the pitch comes in, off speed stays high. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Springer.
Steve, now I'm gonna if he strikes out, which is a great thing, I'm gonna have to bail because we're short-staffed tonight. I've already handed out 120 Coors Lights, and I'm gonna go do it again if I need to do this. So.
Scott, like I said, we appreciate you anytime you come up. And 2-2 pitch, and whoa!
Oh my gosh,
that was almost strike 3.
Anthony doesn't get a post-game meal, is what that is. That's a strike, and we're ringing him up. I don't know what he's thinking, but thankfully I could say that Anthony's a friend of mine. I give him a hard time, but that was strike 3.
3-2 count now, runner at first.
What's more important, me talking to you or going to open beer bottles?
Pitch fouled away as the runner had gone, and it remains 3-2. And Springer, he is the beer batter tonight, so he's already struck out once, and the fans really into this. And a good crowd tonight. I'll tell you what, on a Friday night.
Great crowd.
Yep.
We've got one group here, the Hastings High from the year 2000. We had this plan. I told Brooke, I've talked to her on the phone for almost 2 years because it was supposed to be a COVID year, and so we're here finally. So it's actually supposed to be a 20-year reunion. That's 21, and they've been really good. They're here, and it's just a nice crowd, great night, and really happy for us to have a big crowd here tonight.
3-2 pitch on the way again. Bouncing ball, left side, and that is going to roll foul. It will remain 3-2.
Steve, one of the things that we want to have happen here, and I think maybe you said it one day on the PA, is we got the beer batter up. But right now I'm rooting for a double play.
That's right. We take a...
Not that I want... everybody can be happy with beer. We can do it again next time. But right now, I'd rather have a double play, see if we can get a little momentum back.
And really nice inning there in the 5th inning for the Sodbusters. Man, during this streak, very few times have we seen hits strung together, so it's really nice to see the offense go and get those 4 runs on 6 hits there in the 5th.
You know, we're not that far away, but our guys haven't been as much of fighters as I might like. That was away, although of course they're complaining because they want the beer batter, which I understand. But Anthony didn't miss that one. It's okay. But yeah, I talked to the guys again today, and Steve and Fish. I love my guys, and I knew this wasn't going to be the world's greatest team when I put it together. But I did think that we were going to be a 500 team that might have a shot to get to the playoffs in one of the sides. And we just our inexperiences hurt us. We're not as much of a team as I would like us to be, and we just got to play for the next guy. And they're learning. And I think I talked to you about this a little bit before once. Is there's a lot of guys in this roster that we've asked back. And that seems like it's a little bit crazy with our record the way it is. It kind of makes me throw up in my mouth when I have to see it or when I have to hear you tell the story, which is exactly what your job is. But last night I wanted to smack you because I was tired of hearing it. So we're underachieving a little bit, but we want a lot of these guys back because we believe in their ability as baseball players, and we just know that we're better. We're better. That's a really good play there. Tough play, really good play there by Shimmy. But we're better than this, and that's easy to say when you're the owner and you're the CEO and you're the GM and you're responsible for these guys, and I do take the blame and I take it very personally. We're not playing very well, but I was more disappointed in the guys today that I told them it's not the wins and losses that are bothering me. It's when I don't see the kind of effort that I demand. And so it's nice to see him come back today, do a nice job battling back in the game, and I just want to see some fight for the rest of the night, and it makes it a lot of fun with this kind of crowd.
Pitch is over for a strike. No balls, one strike. J.J. Durodden bats now. Eric Arado, the previous batter, hit a ground ball to the first baseman, James Shimashita. Instead of stepping on the bag, got the runner at second base. 3-6 on the putout to force Zion Springer. So runners the corners now. 2 runs home here in the top half of the 6th inning. It's 6-4. Casper's regained the lead. Slow roller left side. It's going to be picked up by Lombardi. Throws to first in time. Casper gets the early offense, the hit batsman in the double, and then the 2-run single from Jake Baker, and they lead it by a score of 6-4. Let's just keep it right here as we've got Scott Galusha on hand and allow him to talk a little bit more because we've got that minute break or so between the innings. And Scott, a great job last night. I guess obviously you didn't like the way the game turned out, but the first experience at Ryder Park, what did you think of that?
You know, I thought, first of all, the city of Grand Island, Todd McCoy and his staff did a fantastic job for us. I had a couple of my buddies that have lifelong Grand Island guys that walked in and said, I'm not sure I've ever seen it look better. It looked nice there, and I've heard some horror stories a little bit about how the infield is playing a little bit rough, but I watched about every single pitch of that game, and I thought everything went pretty well. Obviously, we were on the wrong side of the thing, but I think it was important for us to continue to expand that footprint. And I live in Grand Island, and Brian's from there, and we have a lot of support from Grand Island. And so I was really happy that we were able to bring that up there, and that's something that we plan to do moving forward. We're hoping to play, 2 or 3 games there every year for a couple different reasons. One, we want to continue to expand that footprint, and 2, we want to take pressure off this beautiful field. We share it with the great programs from Hastings, and sometimes it gets a little difficult to schedule, and if we can mix in a game up at Ryder every once in a while, that's going to help us too, and get the support from all this central Nebraska community is what we're looking for.
Day is done for Edgar Aki, the starting pitch for Casper, who goes 85 pitches, works 5 innings, and allows 4 runs, and now it's going to be William Atwell. Atwell making his 9th appearance of the season. He comes in with a record of 0-1, an ERA of 6.3. He's allowed 10 hits, 12 runs, 7 of those earned. He's walked 13 and struck out 4, so not a good strikeout to walk ratio. And maybe the Sodbusters can find a way to get some base runners there. What's one thing about a key? He was able to keep it in the zone, did not allow free passes, and really made Hastings earn it. And the Sodbusters did with their 4 runs on 6 hits there in inning number 5.
You know, Steve, it really doesn't matter what level of baseball you play. If you walk people and you give extra 90s, it doesn't really matter how good you are. You're asking for trouble at any level. And so there's a reason, I thought our pitchers had probably a little bit better stuff. They had a couple timely hits, and of course we hit a line drive right at somebody that would have been a couple runs, so a little bit unlucky. But the difference is if you don't walk people, you're going to have a chance to win. And we've been preaching that all year, and it hasn't got as good as we would like it, but I know we understand, our guys understand that that's how we do it here at Duncan, because this is where fly balls go to die.
Luke Solis up there now. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a line out his first 2 times to the plate. Solis, one of the guys who has been added to the roster moderately recently and is really a nifty left side infielder. Well, left side, right side, I think he could probably play about anywhere on the infield.
And actually, Steve, he was a guy that he was one of the, I think it was 4th or 5th that we signed, but it just so happens in California that they played so late that he ended up getting here so late. So Luke and Matt and Logan Johnstone are all 3 of those guys that we got from the West Coast, and they're just new graduates from high school going to Division I colleges. It just took a little while for them to get here.
Yeah, we talk about, the guys who are already in college. What a great experience for these guys just coming out of high school to see, in some cases, juniors in college. It's a little different world, at times to come into something like this.
Had a great conversation with Logan Johnstone just yesterday, and all my days run together. But come on, Luke. Good. 5-pitch walk. Good job. Be patient. That tells me that we're reading the scouting report, which is good. But anyway, Logan is an all-state guy going to Gonzaga. You can't just do that. That's a great program. And Logan hit like 480 in high school and in the tournament. And he came here and he was like over his first 9. And he's like, I'm sorry, I can hit. I really can. He kept saying, I'm sorry. And I said, man, it's different. First of all, these guys are all older. They throw a little harder. And you just can't sit on fastballs because you're not going to get it. And you got wood. So those are all different. But
and there's some pretty good defenders on the other teams, too. I mean, man,
yeah.
boy, there's some dudes on the left sides of infields in this league.
You bet. And so there's just nothing given to you. And so the college coaches, and I think we're going to excuse me, we're going to see this more and more, those incoming freshmen, to get their feet wet in a situation like this is really, it's invaluable. They get away from home, learn a little bit how this works, and they get just kind of a jump start. It's sort of like that mid-year graduate for football. Get that extra semester, extra look at what happens really pays dividends.
Cameron McClure up there now, runner at first, nobody out. Sodbusters trail it by a score of 6-4, bottom of the 6th. Sodbusters trying to come right back after Casper plated 2 in the top of the inning, and a swing and a miss here from McClure, who's 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout and a ground out. His first 2 at bats against a key. It's William Atwell now pitching for Casper.
Cameron's he's really worked on his swing. He was kind of a super free swinger at the start of the year, and we've got him to be a little more selective. We got him to cut that swing down a little bit as he gets deeper in the count. And Cameron is a guy that's really grown on me. He's come here and just really grabbed his lunch pail and went to work. He's done a good job for it. He's a good teammate. He's a plus outfielder, and we just have a lot of good outfielders out there, so he has to work for every at bat.
Pitch taken high as he is now ahead in the count, 3-1, and Atwell, who has struggled with his control during the course of this year, in danger of walking the first 2 men he faced. Those would be the 7 and 8 hitters, with the number 9 hitter coming up. You walk any part of the batting order, but you walk the bottom of the order with the top of the order coming up. You're really asking for trouble as the 3-1 pitch is fouled away. Pretty good cut. 3-2 now on Cameron McClure, Steve Stein, and general manager Scott Galusha with his a nightly conversation about Sodbuster baseball.
Steve, I just love it, and you guys do such a great job. I just get compliments all the time, and it's I feel bad that they tell me I'm doing a good job when it's you guys. I try to get people here and get us going, but you guys have been a great part of our program and really happy for it.
Runner goes, no throw down to second. Unfortunately, McClure does strike out, but Solis with the stolen base. So if you were wanting to advance the runner, at least he did advance, even though McClure strikes out for the second time of the game. And Nick Carlson, who singled his last time up to begin that 4-run fifth, we'll see what he can get done here with an at-bat in the 6th inning.
It's nice to get Nick back. Nick had some medical issues in the middle part of the year, hadn't been able to play very much, but it's nice to get him back. And we really got him back at about exactly the right time after we lost Justin McGuigan. And hopefully McGuigan and his family are listening along tonight. Justin, we miss you. What a great teammate, and what a good part of our program. And selfishly, I hope to get you back next year. We root for you to have bigger and better things if that's in your future. But I hope you know, and I think he does, that he's a fan favorite. If it wasn't for Omar, I think they'd be saying Guigan all day, McGuigan. And just a great kid. It was great to get to know him, and I hope. Sounds like things are going okay with his rehab a little bit starting. It looks like it's going to be 4 or 5 weeks before we get him back on his feet and starting running and playing a little bit. But the long-term prognosis is good for Justin.
And I know it's kind of a tough little stretch here with 4 losses in a row, but you also look at who you don't have with Omar not being here. McGuigan gets hurt during this little span. I mean, a couple of the heart and soul guys that seem to be pretty good leaders on this team not here this week. And, of course, McGuigan gone for the year. It sounds like Omar's going to be back.
Yeah, Omar's on vacation with his family, so we're glad he's out there. He's probably listening too. He loves us, and I know the Jackson family really enjoys what we do here. And we hope to have him back soon. But, we got to just figure it out. That's kind of what I always say to everybody. Sometimes you just got to figure stuff out. And we got to grow up a little bit and just be a little more consistent on a daily basis when we come to the field.
0-2 the count on Nick Carlson. Takes it high for ball one. We're in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Sodbusters trail at 6-4. Casper jumped out to a 4-0 lead, but the Sodbusters plated 4 runs on 6 hits in the bottom of the fifth. Casper comes back with 2 runs in the top of the inning. That's where we stand now. A big opportunity to runner from second goes to third. It bounces off the top of the glove, and it's going to be another stolen base for Solis. And now he's at third with less than 2 outs. And now Nick Carlson just find a way to hit a ground ball to a middle infielder, and you can get yourself an RBI.
This is one of the things that I like when I say right now, it's do your job. Okay, you don't have to get a hit here, but we've got to get a ball. Now they know the 9-hole hitter's up, so they're going to bring it in, which is probably a good call. But do your job. Let's put some pressure on them, and it's just not all about what you do personally. Help your teammates out and do those things. I told the guys today, Stephen, I'll wait till after this pitch, but something that I think is so important in this sort of team atmosphere.
As they do draw the infield in, and Carlson swings and fouls it away, he'll have another opportunity here to drive home that run.
You know, your guys' job is to know everybody's stats, and you guys are spot on all the time. You know how many times I look at it? Never. Okay, I don't, and I've said this my whole life. Stats are for PA guys and radio guys and TV guys and grandmas and grandpas and moms and dads, because the thing is,
2-2 pitch inside, almost got a piece of Carlson. It could have stuck that elbow just a little bit and got a tick on it. Instead, it's 3-2 now.
But I always tell you, I don't know what your average is. I don't care. But I guess what, I know who can hit and who can't hit, and so that's an important part. And I don't look at that stuff because I don't let it bother me. But I know it's important to some people. But the key is,
3-2 pitch fouled away again. Good battle here for Nick Carlson. Again, just put the ball in play. At least make this Casper squad make a play.
Exactly. And you know what? I would consider this a good at-bat. He's seen more than 6 pitches, despite the fact he was a little antsy early. And so this would go in my at-bat as a quality at-bat. Even if it doesn't work out, he's seen 6 or 7 pitches, and hopefully he can just punch one through there and get the job done.
It is the 8th pitch of the at-bat now to Carlson, who takes ball 4. So the runners will be at the corners with only 1 man out. And here comes the top of the order. Sodbusters trying to come right back, trailing at 6-4 here in the bottom half of inning number 6.
And on the nights we've been competitive, which is I had this on radio the other day with Brian Gallagher. You know, we played 42 games or something like that. I don't know. When you're there every day, it all runs together. But we've been competitive in 32 or 33 of those games, and what we've done in those games where we're competitive is we've answered. And we don't necessarily need to get 2, but it would be good for us in this situation just to scratch one across, just to make sure they understand that we're there. And I think this has been a good inning. We've put some pressure on him a little bit, and he's thrown a lot of pitches, but they've been some high-stress pitches as well, and had a couple good at-bats. So hopefully we can push a couple across and keep the crowd in the game, because it's pretty nice to have this many people here.
And you've got guys where you want in the batting order. Dawson, Johnston, and hopefully Madsen still to bat this inning with runners at the corners. Only 1 man out. 6-4 Casper on top.
Yes.
Line drive left field. Base hit. A run will score. Runners at first and second on the RBI single from Cole Dawson. He has a 3-hit game in progress with an RBI and a run scored.
A big at bat. You know what I liked about that, Steve, is he didn't try to do too much. He didn't try to hit it out of the park. He barreled it, knew he had to do his job, and he did it, and that makes me smile. Again, it's doing your job. It's understanding the situation. And the cool part about this, I'm a lifetime teacher, you know that. But I try to teach these kids all the time, and we want to win, yes. But also our goal is to teach these kids some things. And to see them do things that we're trying to preach to them on a daily basis makes me a proud papa of a bunch of Sodbusters.
Pitch is taken high for ball 1. Logan Johnstone with an RBI single and a run scored his last time up. He's 1 for 3, and you go back to it, an at-bat that's going to be ignored in this inning in terms of you mentioned its stats. Nick Carlson working the walk
Absolutely.
To turn the batting order over. And, you know, Dawson's going to get the glory of the RBI, but Carlson worked awfully hard to get on there to allow that leadoff man to bat.
Absolutely. After he was down 0-2 and didn't look very comfortable up there, he relaxed and did a good job. And there was a couple pitches in there that he had to foul off, and a couple takes that were a little close. And those are big things. And Steve, that's the kind of things that I think are so important that don't always tell the story, but yet a huge part of the game. That's down 2.
Johnstone hit right field, and that is going to bring home a run. Johnston around first. He's headed for second. He's in there with a double as the Sodbusters have their 3rd double in the last 2 innings. and they have gotten it tied, and this inning is not over yet with only one man out. It is going to be Trevor Matson coming to the plate with two guys in scoring position.
Beautiful. Great at bat by Johnstone again. I call him the 12-year-old wonder boy. Have you guys got a chance to see him yet? My gosh, I'm telling you, the guy could walk into a middle school and get a school lunch. Nobody would question a thing. He's just 18. His parents are here. His mom was here last night, had a nice conversation with him. His dad's here tonight, and they're really happy with what we do. But my goodness, he could pass as a middle school kid, and with no hesitation. But he's been really good lately after he apologized to me for the first couple weeks about his batting average. Good kid.
Trevor Matson up there now, and this is just the guy you want with the game on the line, and who knows, this may be the game on the line. Even though we're in the bottom of the sixth, it feels like a really important inning for this squad from Hastings, as there's relief action up for Casper. But already two have scored. The Sodbusters have their best RBI guy at the plate with two in scoring position, only one out, and it's a 6-6 ties. Matson takes inside. Sodbusters trying for the lead for the first time today, and that's now 3-0 on Trevor Matson.
And like I said, just the guy you want up there. Trevor understands the job. He understands he's not going to see a fastball that's a strike, and he's just got to make sure he doesn't get himself out here. And he's done a good job being patient here, and we'll take him loaded for Shimmy.
3-0 delivery on the way. Matson takes it inside, and it will be James Shimashita, who had a couple of good at-bats yesterday. He is 2 for 3 today with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. So you mentioned Matson, just the guy I want to see. Here's a pretty hot hitter coming up. James Shimashita with the bases loaded and only one man out.
He's found a lot of barrels this summer, guys, and he doesn't have a ton to show for it. There was a night last week, and I wish I could tell you what day it is, but when we play every day all the time, it's hard to tell which one it is. But he was 0 for 4, and I think he made every outfielder run, and he ran him down. So good guy to hear here. Just got to get him to settle down sometimes. Sometimes the quiet Shimashita gets a little amped up when he's out there, and so good. I'm glad he looked at the first one, because sometimes he gets a little anxious, and just have a good at-bat here, 2-8.
And really anything but the dreaded you-know-what in this
Steve,
situation.
You're not supposed to say that.
But
now, come on, you're not
how
supposed
many
to say that.
times during this week has it gone awry?
No.
And you know, I think maybe that 4-run inning last inning, maybe that has turned the tide in the favor. Maybe the mojo is back.
Yep. You know, I got a big smile from Jackson Rocha last night, who or 2 nights ago was in the lineup. His parents were here. Sammy and his family. It was really nice to meet them, and that's the neat part of this. But he hits the hardest ball of his year, and he hits it right at somebody for a line-out double play.
Yep.
If that ball's 2 feet either way, we get 2 runs, and he's a hero.
Yep.
But you know, that's just the way baseball goes. And what I keep helps me sleep at night is it evens out.
Yep.
It's just a matter of when.
2-1 pitch on the way, and Shimashita takes it for strike 2. So, again, another big at-bat here. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. At least put the ball in play and make them make a play. Of course, Casper, they've played in their infield back now, thinking double play at this point, trying to get out of this with only the 2 runs allowed. It's a nice response for the Sodbusters, scoring 2. 3-2 pitch on the way, or I should say 2-2 pitch on the way, and Shimashita fouls it away to stay alive.
And I know that 2-2 pitch was a strike, but that was a good take, because that was a good pitcher's pitch. That was on the knees, on the corners. Not a lot you could have done with that, and I like his approach here, just trying to foul one off and get something you can handle.
6 runs, 12 hits for the Sodbusters. 6 runs, 4 hits for Casper, and an unusual line scored today. Sodbusters have the only error, yes. 2-2 delivery on the way. Outside,
yes.
And it's back to the screen. Here comes the go-ahead run. It's a walk and a wild pitch, and the Sodbusters lead it 7-6 as Cole Dawson comes in for the 7th run of the game.
You know, I hope some people from Hastings are watching this tonight, because this is a team that doesn't have very many wins. We have 600 and something people here today, and they're on their feet cheering us on. We keep playing hard, and they're going to applaud effort, and that's what I told the guys today too. My guys, they don't care. I asked somebody today what a record was. They said they had no idea, but they love coming to games. And we know that, and that's important to us, but they want to see effort and enjoyment. Yes, that away, Shimmy.
As that last pitch was a 3-2 or 2-2 pitch that Shimashita took for 3-2, so he's still at the plate. lines it to right field for a base hit. He brings home a run, so gets a single and an RBI, his second in his mid-innings, and the Sodbusters have a 2-run lead at 8-6 as Johnstone scores the run. Matson ends up at third, so runners at the corners now for Hastings, and Matt Hallback will come to the plate.
Same thing, just like Johnstone. Didn't try to do too much, and Cole Dawson just put a good swing on the ball. Didn't try to hit it out of the park, and you get rewarded for those things.
All back up there now. Again, same situation. Runners with a runner at third, less than 2 outs, find a way to get that run home. We'll see if the Sodbusters turn Shimashita loose at first to try to get him in scoring position as well, as Hallback takes ball 1 ball and no strikes. Hallback had one of the 2 back-to-back doubles to go along as Shimashita last inning. He is now 2 for 3 on the day.
He's getting healthy again. He's got a sore ankle, so it's good to see him in the lineup. This kid can hit, and this is another one of those young kids from California. That'll do the trick.
Squibber off the end of the bat. Only play is going to be the pitcher, who will run to first and tag the bag, but that will bring home Matson from third. Hallback gets the job done. 3 unassisted on the putout, but Hallback with the RBI. Shimashita into scoring position at second base, and the Sodbusters have plated 4 runs here in the inning, make it 5 runs in the inning to grab the lead at 9-6. And Lombardi will be up there now. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Had a hard hit ball that turned into a line out back in the fourth. He also flew out to right. A single is first for the Sodbusters back in inning number 2.
Hopefully Jack's parents are listening. I give Jack a hard time. Jack is 34 years old.
Yeah.
Actually, he's not. He's 20. I think he's 23. But he's in his 6th year, guys. He played at Creighton, and now he's at UNO with Coach Evan Porter. Evan Porter sent it to me. Stayed with me last night at the Galusha household, and he's going to get to play 1 more year of baseball. He's going to get his master's in business administration, and he stepped right in, and I heard him say a couple times, this is how you do it, to new guys he's never met. And he's a good example. He's kind of like a Matson type guy. They call Matson grandpa every once in a while, but Lombardi may be around longer. But he stepped right in and been a good part of our team.
0-2 pitch is bounced to the right side. First baseman will step on the bag, but the Sodbusters bat 9. They score 5, and they turn the game around, turning a 2-run deficit into a 3-run lead. It's 9-6 Hastings, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings exploding for 9 runs. Their last 2 at-bats, they own a 9-6 lead, and now Jeremy Schneider has a chance to be a winning pitcher. It's Steve Stein, Josh Salmon, Scott Galusha continues to stay alongside. Don't mess with the streak, Scott.
That's what I said.
Because there's been other times up here you come and the wheels fall off.
I know. I don't know what's going on. So, like my favorite movie, if you think it's a streak, it's a streak. It doesn't matter what it is. So we're gonna do that. I'm a baseball player full and through. And so whatever it is it's going to work. And if we keep playing like this, I'm going to go home and I'm going to wash the same shorts, same underwear, same shirt. We're going to do it again tomorrow.
Didn't need to know that. Yeah, I didn't need to know that. So, no, very neat inning. And, just a lot of things. Love the approach of the Sodbusters. After giving up the 2 runs, they come right back with 5. And a good response here these last 2 innings after it, quite frankly, wasn't looking real good at 4-0 heading into the bottom half of the 5th inning. Now, facing a 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup, it would be really nice for Snyder to put a 0 on the board.
Well, we got to get the leader up there and hang a 0 and sort of keep the momentum on our side. But it's nice tonight, regardless. We've shown some heart tonight, and that's something that in our pregame speech I said that's what I got to see tonight. And when we were down 4-0, I was watching more about what was going on in the dugout than I was watching everything else. And so far, we've seen a nice response, and hopefully we can get the leader and keep that momentum going a little bit and keep these fans happy.
Lopez had to duck out of the way of that one. The pitch was inside. He's one of the all-stars, going to be playing on the home field. And Jeremy Snyder's first 2 pitches have both gone back to the backstop as he tries to regain himself. Here's a guy who was a starting pitcher for Hastings at the beginning of the year. Really seems like he's trying to find himself as this summer winds down.
Well, we've been talking to working with his pitching coach and everything, and we're working a little bit on a little bit different approach for Jeremy, and really what we want to do, he will start again for us as we go, but with the All-Star break coming up and knowing that Leif has been asked to cut a little bit of his pitch count, we thought it was a good combination for us, and Jeremy was all for it, and nice job coming back in this one and getting that leader.
As he puts a 2-1 pitch over, and Christian Lopez grounds to third. Lombardi's solid throw over to first base for Matson. 1 up, 1 down here in the 7th.
Jeremy is a 2-year player for us. You guys know Jeremy. I'm sure you've talked to him a lot. He's a consummate pitcher. He tries to do his job. He knows that we depend on him to go out there and give us give us 5 or 6 innings every time out. And tonight he's probably a little bit nervous because his mom and dad are here, and I don't know why that makes people play different, but sometimes that does make a difference. It's helped Mr. Johnstone today because his dad's here for the first time, and he's got 3 hits or so or something like that, at least good at bats.
He's got 2 hits,
okay.
2 RBIs, a double.
Yeah, so hopefully Jeremy can get a little bit of that my parents' mojo going, and when you're learning, when you're working on a couple new different things, it doesn't always feel natural, and that's kind of what it looks like. With Jeremy out there, he's not quite sure, not quite confident of it, not horribly off, but just not the normal, just not the Jeremy I'm used to. That looked pretty good, didn't it? Maybe a touch high.
2-1 pitch now for against Joe Schmidt. Schmidt up there now. He's the 4-hole hitter after Christian Lopez grounded out. 2-1 delivery on the way, and that's a little bit low. 3-1 the count on Joe Schmidt with Preston Joy and Brendan Herter to bat potentially this inning.
I'm guessing you guys were 1 viewer short tonight because my daughter in San Diego is almost always watching what we do, and she's a little busy right now. But you never know if they're waiting and trying to wait for my wife to get there, which is going to be about 10:45 or so tonight. They might have her trying to slow down, and maybe she's listening. So Amanda, if you're there, I'm excited for you. Wish I was there, but you're in good hands with Mom. She'll be there shortly, and we're excited for the coming of grandchild number 2.
Hit batsman for Joe Schmidt, runner at first, 1 out. Hey, true story, the birth of my daughter, the labor was extending, and it was an afternoon game, and so Twins and Rangers, I was watching baseball, and I don't know why I remember that. I don't know if my wife's irritated that I do. I don't know who won the game, but it was the Twins and the Rangers on that afternoon when my wife was in labor. She was doing all the work. Hey, good game going on here.
Yeah, Karen and I talked about it today when I got the call at about 12:40. Karen was at work with Edward Jones and Will Armstrong, and we just thought it was best to do this. I know my staff could have covered this without me because they're great. But we just thought this was the best thing to do, and just a neat moment that Karen's able to get there and hopefully help Amanda out. But we're excited, and I got the best of both worlds. I know what's going on, and I get to be here with what I love.
9-6 the score. Sodbusters on top. The man at the plate is Preston Joyce. Down to the count 0-1. Runner at first. That's Joe Schmidt. He got hit by the pitch as we are joined by Scott Galusha, kind of keeping you up to date on Sodbuster Baseball as well as calling the action here on Facebook Live. And 9-6 the score. 9 runs, 13 hits for Hastings. 6 runs and 4 hits for Casper. Sodbusters trying to put a 0 on the board as this game has gotten a little offensive, if you will. We have seen runs scored in each of the last 4 half innings. Hastings trying to put an end to that here, and Schneider trying to work his way through a scoreless 7th. 0-2 pitch, and that's called strike 3. A large strikeout as Joy goes down.
I'm going to check and see if she's listening. I'm going to see if she'll answer a text. We'll see how busy she is.
Yep.
Yeah, they got TVs in there. What the heck?
I don't know if they would if they would bring that up on a TV or not. That's you probably have to work a little bit harder.
Well, you know what? I tell you what. Obviously, she's excited, and this is her first child, and we're really excited. But she's probably irritated that she's missing a game because she likes doing it. And she said, I'd whip those guys into shape. She said she said that to me more than once. So she's a big fan of ours, and she pays attention.
Brandon Herter up there now taking strike one. He's had a good day. A couple of doubles, an RBI, a run scored. He is 2 for 2. Also walked and stolen a base, and he takes this one to the inside corner. Schneider looking more comfortable as this inning goes on, trying to work his way around the one-out hit batsman and put a 0 on the board and keep the momentum on the side of the Hastings Sodbusters. We're in the top half of inning number 7, and the Sodbusters with the lead by a score of 9-6.
Yeah, this is just a huge inning for us. Just to hang a 0 on there. We got the momentum back. We just need to keep it, and it's just great to get an opportunity. And Jeremy's on his way to finishing this out for us.
0-2 delivery on the way.
Attaboy.
Swing and a miss, and the Casper Horse Heads are gone. No runs, no hits, one man left. Hastings continues to lead it by a score of 9-6. You want to keep going? Let's just keep Scott Galusha here a little bit longer.
A little bit more, and I got to go do a few things. But I'd love to do this, actually. Yeah. I know this is your favorite, and thank you for doing that, the PA when we need it. But I love this too. If we could just get rid of Fish and just me and you do this here. I'm just kidding.
Well, see, I'm the one that's going to get fired because you don't like me talking about talking about things that are unpleasant, that aren't totally positive, even though that's part of life, and you have to paint the bad sometimes to emphasize the good.
Yes, you do it. You do an excellent job. It just so happens that I was in there last night when you were keeping all our listeners in tune with what we were doing, and you've got to tell the story. It just so happens that I didn't want to hear it because I lived it, and I had to watch it again, and I had to talk about it today. So I'm like, come on, Steve, give me a break. But there wasn't a lot good to talk about, except for I'm not sure I've ever seen 8-8, 8-8-1, and 0-9-1 on a scoreboard before. And again, that's just how it goes sometimes. And kids are kids, but you never know what you're going to see. But I can tell you what, coming out to the ballpark in this sort of ballpark on a night like this is just what you should do. And bring your family out and enjoy it. And it's not just about baseball. I say that all the time, and that's I kind of sometimes cringe because I love it. But it's not about baseball always. It's about coming out and hanging out with your family, enjoying the game, enjoying the atmosphere. And it just so happens that baseball gets in the way every now and again.
And, I could say, well, first of all, we'll talk about the new pitcher. It's Quinn McGuire. He is making his 11th appearance for Casper, 17 innings pitched, a 7.94 ERA, as he comes in with a record of 1 win, 3 losses, no saves on the season. But you mentioned it. Jason does such a great job of keeping it rolling on the field. You have so many of the on-field contests. And the baseball's fun, and it's fun to, think about all these guys going to colleges all over the country and coming together for the summer, not only in Hastings, but in these 12 communities that have it. It's a really, summer league baseball for the colleges is about as fun as it gets.
It really is. And, our fans, there's about 134 season ticket holders, and they know everything about us, period. But everybody else that comes here, I can ask them what the score was. They have no idea.
Yeah.
They can tell you usually if we win or not, but they don't even care. They want to be entertained. And we want to win, and we're going to bring a winner here. That's my goal, is to at some point before I hang it up, whenever that might be, we're going to bring one here. We have a unique field, and we have some serious advantages here with what we have. We're going to bring it to this community and just keep getting the right kids.
Luke Solis, who led off to begin that 5-run sixth, is up there to begin the 7th. He walked, stole a couple of bases, scored the first run as the Sodbusters put up 5 runs on 3 hits in that last inning. Now have 9 runs on 13 hits. They've out-hit Casper 13-4, but they lead by only 3 as the pitch is fouled away by Solis. As Solis with a walk and a run scored, overall 0 for 2 on the day.
I've seen now 3 batches of middle infielders since I've been here, Steve, since July of 19, I think. I don't know, it all runs together. But he's pretty slick.
Yep.
We've had some good ones, but he just sort of looks like your prototypical guy. He's a little bigger than some of them. and he just throws from every angle. He never looks uncomfortable. Matter of fact, he looks the most comfortable when he's on a dead sprint. He's going to be a nice infielder for Coach Matt Harvey and assistant coach Matt Harvey and the guys over there at UC San Diego. He's going to do a nice job.
So Lease does ground out to another guy who's pretty good middle infielder, Preston Joy for Casper. Throws him out, 6-3 on the put out there. That'll bring up Cameron McClure, who struck out his last time up. He's looking for his first hit on the day. 0 for 3 for Cameron McClure as the pitch is missing for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes as this throwback to the pitcher goes out to the second baseman.
Those things drive me nuts. Hey, I don't know if you guys know, we told just the other day, Cam signed at a new school. He's going to go, he was at St. Edward. Now he's going to go to, now of course I can't remember. It's, Shemini Christmas.
Keep thinking. 1-0 delivery is missing for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Cameron McClure. And that's another thing about the Summer League. Particularly the junior college kids, they get an opportunity to show their wares, to maybe get an opportunity to go on. I know Grant Schmidt a couple of years ago, it was kind of an audition for him, and he ended up signing with Fort Hays State after really a couple of great years with the Hastings Sodbusters.
Absolutely. St. Thomas in Houston is where he's going now. He's a Texas guy, and he got an opportunity to have them come up and watch him, and got an opportunity. You know, Eduardo, who had to go home and work on some visa things, his whole goal was we needed to find him a school so we could keep him in the country and keep his dream going. And the last time I talked to him, he's got 2 offers, which came directly from us, which we're proud of. And of course, JT Cafferty, moving on from Western Nebraska Community College to maybe my new favorite school that I didn't even know existed. Well, first of all, I love Coach Dawson. He's just such a straight-up guy and a wonderful guy. And how can you not like a team that's, first of all, they're yellow and green, which I have an affinity for. And 2, they're called the Wonder Boys.
Yep.
I've requested a hat. I've requested a shirt, a sweatshirt. I just think it's so cool. And so it's neat to see these guys get an opportunity. Trevor Matson gets to chase his goal, gets to play Division I baseball. And that's what everybody wants. And if we can keep being a small part of what this happens and finding some guys, some new schools and some different avenues for them to continue to play baseball, really that's one of our jobs at Summer League that doesn't always get noticed. You know, Trayton Scully, we've got some kids or some coaches that have asked about Trayton, and he's still going to be at York College as far as I know, but I know he's turned a couple heads, mostly because of his work ethic. He's done a great job. And so, you know, those are part of it that you don't always, not in the scorebook, not in the line score, but those are things that are important for us as an organization to see that we are giving these kids an opportunity.
Cameron McClure has earned a 1-out walk, and batting now is Nick Carlson, who grounds it toward the second baseman. They throw to second for 1, over to first. It's not going to be in time. Good hustle for Carlson. It's a fielder's choice grounder for Carlson. He's at first. 2 outs now. Sodbusters on top by a score of 9-6. And you mentioned the Wonder Boys. If you did not know, it's Arkansas Tech. That is the home of the Wonder Boys, which has a very strong presence for this Hastings Sodbuster team this summer.
And it's going to be. You know, we that's one of the 4 schools that we're going to start with for 2022. Arkansas Tech is one of them. Coach Dawson has just been tremendous for us. Evan Porter at UNO is going to be a feeder school for us. Of course, Marcus Clapp at Northeast Community College up in Norfolk. He sent us a lot of good kids over the year. We're hoping to continue to get guys from Matt Harvey and the University of California, San Diego. And so again, another good sign that we're starting to build some partnerships with some schools around the country. And not only Division I schools, Division II, and some JUCOs that we work with. The Dion Parks and his family outfit down there at Beatrice do a tremendous job moving kids on to Division I baseball, and so we're going to work on those local guys as well. But we're happy about the partnerships that we have.
Cole Dawson is at the plate now, and he's had a good eye against the new pitcher Quinn McGuire. 3-0 the count on Cole Dawson, and what a day for Dawson. Speaking of Arkansas Tech, the son of the head coach, 3 hits for him in 4 at-bats. And, you know, Dawson, we'll see what happens on this 3-0 pitch, and then maybe ask you a question about Cole as the pitch is inside for a ball. So he draws a 4-pitch walk. Here's a guy from Kansas City, Kansas Community College. What kind of looks is he getting? What is his ceiling
one more year at KCK and then D1. I mean, what kind of offers is he getting at this point?
Well, that's the goal. You know, we got Griffin last year from the same school, and so they turn a lot of kids to Division I. Now Cole, well, first of all, it's a neat story. So Coach Dawson called me and said, "Hey, I got a couple pitchers who'd like to have a couple innings. Do you have any room?" And I said, "Sure." Always say yes to pitchers. So Shane Scott and Will Horton.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I don't know if you need a shortstop, but I have a son who's a shortstop." And so let the pitch go here first.
As now batting is Logan Johnstone, who's had a good day, and he takes strike one. No balls, one strike. Johnstone with 2 hits in his last at bat, 2 for 4 on the day.
So also have a middle infielder who happens to be my son, doesn't play for me, he plays for KCK. And when you hear coach's son as a coach, that just makes you feel better about things, and Cole's done exactly that. And yeah, Cole's going to get a chance to play some Division I baseball. Cole's not the get through.
Knocked down by the shortstop, no play for Joy. He'll throw to third. They try to tag and safe. Good goal right there. Heck of a job for George Tyree to be all over that on the call and watching that play at third base and emphatically saying that Nick Carlson was safe over there at third. So bases loaded for the Sodbusters and 2 outs.
Good play. Hey, now Cole is not the biggest guy you've ever seen. But have you ever seen anybody with bigger calves?
Yeah.
I mean, he is put together. For a little guy, he is put together. I call him Popeye from time to time. Got big forearms and huge calves, and he's going to get a chance because he just gets after it. Of course, the Gold Glove winner for junior college baseball across the country, there's one shortstop that got that, Cole Dawson.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, and that's not easy to do, and so that's really impressive. And if you can glove it like he can, and swing it a little bit, he's going to find a home. It's just a matter of when.
And Trevor Matson at the plate. How about this opportunity? 2 outs, bases loaded. Sodbusters trying to blow this baby wide open, leading at 9-6. Inside it, just almost got a piece of Matson. That would have brought home a run as it stands 2-0. And you want him also a chance to swing it, but James Shimashita has been hot lately. He is on deck. So Matson trying to find a way to get on regardless against the left-hander Quinn McGuire's. The Sodbusters with the 3-run lead and looking for more. The pitch. Way high, way outside. It's 3-0 now on Matson.
So Matson's fighting the inner dilemma right now that he wants to swing it, but he knows he's doing the right thing. And you can tell Matson's doing good when you start not seeing that little check swing. He's comfortable, he's seeing it well, and you get that little bit of doubt every once in a while with him, and we just want him to be decisive.
3-0 pitch on the way. Taking all the way, and it's ball 4, and there's an RBI for the RBI leader for the Hastings Sodbusters, and Hastings extends the lead to 10-6, and that brings Shimashita to the plate.
Just a mature at bat. A couple of those pitches, a couple of them were not very competitive, but a couple of them were close. But one of the things that I preach and I get my guys to say too is don't get yourself out. And he knows what the scouting report says. They know he's our biggest bat, and to see him be mature and not get over anxious is another really good bat for Trevor Matson.
Shimashita, 3 hits in his last 3 at-bats, 3 for 4 overall, a pair of RBIs, a run scored, and here he comes now taking strike 1. No balls and 1 strike, bases full of Sodbusters, 1 on the board here, and a chance to take a stranglehold on this one in the bottom of the 7th as the Sodbusters have runs in each of their last 3 at-bats.
Steve, I'm gonna try to make a call here because I'm gonna leave early, so if I miss it, it's fine, but I think we're gonna burn the right fielder.
Shimashita standing at the plate, and the pitch is just missing for ball 1. 1-1 the count on Shimashita.
I know it's lefty-lefty. It's not the perfect matchup, but I just think if they miss one on the middle half, I think he's going to turn on it. And people have been playing really shallow against us in right field, and rightly so. But we've just been waiting to see one of our guys get into one a little bit and burn them, and hopefully this is going to be it.
1-1 delivery on the outside corner for strike 2. I think James thought that was a little bit low. It's 1-2 now on Shimashita.
Again, good take. Couldn't do a whole lot with that one anyway, and good pitcher's pitch. We'll deal with that. We'd like to get that one on our side.
Quinn McGuire trying to work his way out of this jam with only 1 run allowed as the Sodbusters have played at 10 in their last 3 at-bats. 4, 5, and now 1 here in the 7th. 1-2 pitch. Shimashita fights it down the left field line, a long run into foul territory, and making the grab will be Eric Arado. But the Sodbusters plate a run On one hit, they leave 3. Well, it's going to be Josh Salmon to take you home when we come back, as it's 10-6. The Sodbusters lead after 7 innings. Great job, Scott Galusha. We'll hear from Josh.
Thank you very much for letting me take some time. And Steve, always a pleasure. And Fish, I won't catch you tomorrow. Have fun tomorrow. We'll miss you, but have fun. Turn on the broadcast. I'll say hi when I stop by. All right, see you, buddy. Thank you.
Johnson Imperial of Hastings and Kearney has been a quality builder and developer since 1918. They have your office and retail space solution. Over 300,000 square feet of premier space. On-site management and maintenance. Great locations and abundant pricing. Spaces designed and built to suit. And flexible leasing options available. Johnson Imperial also features general contracting services. Check out all they have to offer. JohnsonImperial.com. Johnson Imperial in Hastings and Kearney. That's JohnsonImperial.com. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire service.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Josh Salmon along with you, Nate Miller, Steve Stein, and Scott Galusha on the broadcast. And what a great game this has been for Sodbuster fans. And hopefully you've been able to join us this whole time, as Busters have really put a good offensive game out there. 13 hits, 10 runs. Schneider back out there again. He's the pitcher of record in this one. And here we go. It's going to be Dunn, Baker, and Springer. Unfouled straight back. Strike 1 on Hank Dunn. Hank is struck out, grounded out, and walked in the game. Schneider came on in relief. Pitched 3 2/3 innings so far. Has given up 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. But during that time, his team has put up 10 runs. Busters lead 10-6. Top 8. Schneider kicks and delivers. Breaking ball stays upstairs. He's been doing good out of the bullpen. As Steve said, he was a starter most of the season and working on 4 innings here. This is big with being 12 game in a row for the Sodbusters. You need some innings out of a guy, and he's doing well, so leave him in. There's been some movement down the bullpen just in case. Not sure if anybody's warmed up yet. I don't see anybody right now throwing. Oh, well, there is somebody throwing. 2-1 here. 2 done. Boy, a couple exciting innings there for the Busters. They put 9 runs up in 10 basically in 3 innings. The 5th, 6th, and 7th. 6 runs here for Casper. Spread theirs out a little bit more. That one over for a late delayed strike call. 2-2. Casper put up 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. They have 6 runs on 4 hits. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schneider's pitch coming up here. And swung on and missed. Got him on the heater. Blew the old El Fuego by him. Whew. It's cheese. It's 3 strikeouts in a row for Schneider. 4 in the game for him. Take that back. That is the 5th. You're right. He had 4 and that was 5. It just changed. Thank you, Nate. A meeting on the mound there. Want to talk things over. Nick Carlson doing a good job calling the balls and strikes back there, or calling the pitches, I should say, for his pitching staff tonight. Western Nebraska now leading 9-3 over Swartz Valley in Western Nebraska. Sioux Falls beat Fremont 3-1. That's a final. Sioux Falls with a 3-game winning streak now. 2 against Hastings and 1 against Fremont. You hold Fremont to 1 run, you're doing okay. Going on the outside corner for a strike. Pier Trappers is another one we're watching. They are getting slaughtered right now by Wheat City, 12-2 in the 7th at Kraft Field. Wheat City home team. Here's the 0-1. And it goes 1-1 here to Jake Baker. Baker has a single, grounded into a double play, and a ground out. It's only one player on the entire team here for Casper that has 2 hits, and that's Herder. Both of them doubles. Be a while before he's up again, hopefully. Here is the 1-1, and it stays upstairs. It's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. 1 out here. Busters lead 10-6. Top of the 8th. Jeremy Schneider wants a new sign from Nick Carlson. He gets it. Right-hander from Lovell, Wyoming. Comes set and inside 3-1. Happy to have him on the team. He very well could have played for Casper in Wyoming. But decided to come to Nebraska and play for Hastings. We're happy to have him on the team. A little upset with himself after that one. There's been somebody tossing in the bullpen. I can't see from here who it is. Here is the 3-1 from Schneider. That one fouled back to the net. Big aggressive swing there as Jake Baker swings hard and then gives a long look to the pitcher. Maybe a little eye contact thing going on there in this game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top 8. Hastings leads 10-6. Casper first baseman Jake Baker up there. Full count. Here is the pitch. And that one hit up the middle, and Solis just can't come up with it. It would have been a heck of a catch just past his reaching arms as he was full sprinting towards second. So a nice piece of hitting, just placing it where they couldn't get it there by Jake Baker. Single there for Baker. He's got 2 hits in the game, and Luke Bay coming out talking to Schneider. He's going to take the ball, and Schneider should get a very good round of applause for coming off here. His team greets him as they are going to take him out, but he's the pitcher of record now. He could very much get a win out of this one. Schneider upset with himself for coming out of the game. He wanted to stay in longer. So we'll have a pitching change. Keep it right here as Jacob Shaw will come in the game. Shaw was warming up earlier. I'm going to mention this, and you may not care, but my San Diego Padres, that's my team. It's been my team for 34 years. They had a cycle hit tonight. The second baseman, Jake Cronenworth, hit for a cycle in the 3rd time in Padres history. That's been done. So I'm excited about that. Last I looked, they were leading by, I think it was 10 over the Washington Nationals. So just a little update for me. Let's take a look at the scores you really care about in the Expedition League. Those are the ones that matter, right? Yeah. Sioux Falls upsetting Fremont 3-1 in Sioux Falls. Wheat City winning 12-2 right now at home against Pierre. Western Nebraska leading 9-4. The top of the 6th at home over Source Valley. Mining City on the road leading at Spearfish 5-4. Badland Big Sticks leading 7-1 in the 7th on Canyon County Spuds. And of course Busters leading here 10-6. Join us tomorrow, 6:35 pregame. Same 2 teams, Casper and Hastings. 6:35 on Sunday as well. Steve will have the call for you on radio and TV tomorrow as I have a prior engagement to DJ a wedding for a young couple. A friend of mine reached out. He's got a DJ business, EJ the DJ, and something going on. Asked me to help him out, so I appreciate him, and he's paying me for it, and nice to have a little extra spending money. Jacob Shaw comes in the game. 3rd pitcher of the day for the Sodbusters. Schneider did a good job out of the bullpen. Let's take a look at some numbers here on Jacob Shaw. Hastings guy. This is his 11th appearance. He has started 1 game. He's gone 17.2 innings. His ERA is 6.11. His record is 1-1. He has struck out in those innings Can't find his strikeouts. Anyways, there it is. He has struck out, sorry about that, 20 batters in those 17 innings. So good ratio there for Jacob Shaw. I remembered one game here earlier in the season. He begged coach, he'd been begging him for a while. Hey, let me hit. He was a DH and got 3 hits in the game. So fun for him as well. So it brings up, I think they're going with a pinch hitter here perhaps. Strike one, yes, and Boyd in now. So Boyd is the pinch hitter for Zion. Springer. Boyd, another catcher, a little bit better hitting catcher. Here's the 0-1. Inside out swing now and foul off third base side. And it goes quickly 0-2. So we have a designated beer batter. It was Springer. And so Boyd takes over the title coming in the pinch hit. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on here for Casper. They trail by 4. It's 6-10 Hastings. 10-6, I should say. Jacob Shaw. And pitch misses for a ball. Runner on first is credited to Schneider. Jeremy Schneider. A lot of Jacobs and Jeremys on this team. Lead off first there for Baker, not going anywhere, and it goes 2-2 here. So Boyd, pinch hitting here. Boyd and Springer. Joe Schmidt also listed as a catcher. He's the DH tonight. This is Landon Boyd. That one fouled straight back. So the night is done there for Zion Springer, who walked twice and struck out once. Good at bat here for Boyd. He was down 0-2 and got it back to 2-2. Fouled it off. Still 2-2. 1 out, 1 on here for Casper. Top 8. Throw over to first. Runners back. Hastings leads 10-6. It's been a great crowd here tonight. They've been in this thing even when Hastings was down by a few runs. These guys were into it. It's like having a 10th person on the field, really. Here is the pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him. The old Linda Ronstadt fastball blew by you. There's 2 down. So the beer batter, people are doubly excited. Back to top of the order, Eric Arado. Arado comes up. He's grounded out twice. Fielder's choice. Also hit by a pitch. Don't go anywhere. This is a great game. Buster's trying to snap a 4-game losing streak and give Casper their 3rd loss in a row. They lost twice to the Moo, who got upset tonight, 3-1 to Source Valley. Going in there for a strike to Arado. So Holteen started the game, then Jeremy Schneider came in. He's the pitcher of record. Jacob Shaw now in relief here in the 8th. Busters really haven't had a closer this year. That one back to Shaw. Scoops it up, underhands it to first. To Shimashita, and they're out of the inning. So they leave 1 on base on 1 hit and get the ground out. They still lead 10-6. Busters coming back, trying to add some more here in the bottom of the 8th. This is Sodbuster Baseball. Take a word from Sam's Club.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Good old classic fun here at the ballpark. Josh Salmon back with you. Nate Miller to my right. And we're having a good time here because Busters are leading 10-6. Coming up for the Busters is going to be Hallback, Lombardi, and Solis. Lots of good fun here at the old ballpark for the Hastings Sodbusters. Why not, right? Yeah, let's keep this momentum going. The fans have been outstanding tonight, and something like that can really make a difference in a ball game. It's like having a 10th person on the field. You just love having the extra people out there, or having the extra energy, if you will. So coming up will be Matt Hallback. Hallback has 2 hits. He's infield single, he's double, he's grounded out, and flew out 2 of 4 officially for Matt Hallback. So Hallback coming up. And pitch on the way. In there for a strike 2, Matt Hallback. Back out for Casper is McGuire. Came in the last inning. They used 3 pitchers as well. The 0-1 coming up here from McGuire. And that went in there for strike 2 as well. Good movement on that one. Hallback doesn't dispute it. Hallback had that long double back in the 5th, about 10 feet from the wall. The power alley. That thing was crushed. If he would have pulled it, he might have got it out of here. Here is the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Got him on that one. And just overmatched was Hallback on that one. Strikeout. 1 down. First strikeout for McGuire. So, brings up Jack Lombardi. Lombardi 1 of 4. Singled in the 2nd and flew out and grounded out. Did get that first hit of the Sodbuster. Asking where that pitch was. Called a strike. Jack Lombardi. Busters have put 10 runs on the board in the last 3 innings. We're in the bottom of the 8th. They lead it 10-6. Been a good game here, a fun game on your Friday night. That one down the first base line and foul. Just hooking there. Luke Bay signaled fair. There was no place, not even close to being fair. But Luke Bay, base coach, signals fair and gets a chuckle out of it. So 0-2 here is McGuire with some new energy and coming out here just throwing strikes. He hasn't thrown a ball yet this inning. And, that one just missed. There's the ball. To Hallback. Ball and 2 strikes. Bottom 8. Hastings 10. Casper 6. Trying to add to that. You can't have too many runs when you have a lead. Especially in this league. You never know. Ballpark this size. Lots of extra base hits. Fouled off. Good job staying alive here by Lombardi. Look out in the parking lot as that thing was cruising into the parking lot. I know when I come into Duncan Field, I park next to Andy Chase, the stat guy. And so I'm out there, and I have not had a ball by my car yet this season. So that's good. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch coming up here from McGuire. Kicks and delivers the lefty down the line. That is going to be foul. Just by a little bit. So Source Valley beat Fremont earlier today, 3-1. Western Nebraska is leading at their game as well. They're at home. Western Nebraska beating Source Valley right now in the 6th, 9-4. Our score 10-6. Hastings with the lead. Here's the 1-2 to Jack Lombardi. Going inside. Lombardi getting started at third base tonight. Seen him play second base as well. Says he can even play left field if they needed him to. I said, what position do you play? You play in the outfield? He says left field, so he specifically likes left field there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, good at bat here. He was behind the count 0-2, fouled a couple pitches off. Throwing a couple walks, or a couple balls. That one hits to second base. Scooping, he can't get a play on it there is Lopez. Probably going to be an infield hit on that one. It was a tough play anyways for Lopez, running towards the bag. It was going to almost go in the gap. And they do rule that one a hit. Yep, ruled a single. Should be. Like I said, it would have been a very tough play for anybody to come up with that one. He managed to get a glove on it and knock it down, but that was about it. So Luke Solis comes up. Solis looking for his first hit. That's not going to do it up the middle. Tags the bag as a shortstop, Joy, and throws over to first to get the ground ball double play, so it all comes to an end in one pitch. So Busters get 1 hit, but no runs, and leave nobody on at the end of 8. Hastings leads 10-6, 9th inning. Coming up, Jacob Shaw coming back out, and he has a mission on his face right now. So we'll see what happens here if he can finish it out for the Busters. This crowd is singing some songs and getting happy with Neil Diamond here at Duncan Field. We'll take a message from Rutz and be right back. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Rutz. Rutz Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Rutz has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Rutz Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Rutz. Visit rutzheating.com.
Odyssey. Casual, modern, and innovative cuisine, drinks, and service in the heart of downtown Hastings. The website is odysseydowntown.com. Call for reservations 402-834-3811. Odyssey. Reservations are required for lunch and dinner. Carry-out orders taken on the day of carry-out only. 834-3811. A sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back as Jacob Shaw comes out to try to close it out for the Busters here. This would be a big, big victory and a big smile on everybody's faces if they can pull this one off. Josh Salmon with you, Nate Miller to my right. Steve Stein's been on. Scott Galusha's been on tonight as well. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us on the YouTube or the Mixler radio feed. Thanks to all of our sponsors as well for sponsoring the broadcast. Couldn't do this without you guys. So Shaw will face the 2-3-4 hitters for Casper. Girardin, Lopez, and Schmidt. That one in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shaw's on a mission. It looks like he's on a mission out there. Girardin, Lopez, and Schmidt combined have 1 hit. That one popped up third base side. Lombardi runs out of real estate and can't quite get it as it goes foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shaw, and it wouldn't be a save situation because of the score, but it'd be a nice way to close out the game. Outfield playing very shallow here. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, got him, 1 down. J.J. Girardin, have a seat, your night's done. Christian Lopez comes up, always a tough out. Busters 2 outs away from the W. Lopez, 1 of 4 tonight. He's grounded out 3 times. Had the lone hit back in the 5th. It was a double. Shaw is throwing the heat. The cheese is in there for a strike. That thing's moving. Extra bowl of Wheaties for Jacob this morning. Here's the 0-1, and that one moves too. Good late movement on that fastball. 0-2. Jacob stands on the first base side of the rubber. Ahead 0-2 here to Christian Lopez. Probably statistically the toughest hitter on their lineup. There's a lot of guys that have pretty good batting average, but you look at him, it's probably the hardest to strike out. Look at Casper here in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They only have 5 strikeouts as batting here in the game. Only struck out 5 times. The 0-2. That one chopped to short. Solis, high hopper. Over to first. Scoop by Shida, and there's 2 down. Joe Schmidt comes up. He is hitless. Hit by pitch twice. Grounded out. And a strikeout. Hit by pitch twice. He gets my Ice Pack of the Night award. So here comes perhaps the W for the Busters. This will be a big one. That one hit to left. And making the catch, and the Busters win it. McClure with the catch. On one pitch, he flies out to left field. Hastings wins it. 10 runs on 14 hits, 1 error. Casper had 6 hits, 5 runs, no errors. Your winning pitcher is going to be Jeremy Schneider. Busters win it. We'll recap some numbers and come right back. Celebrate the W. Hang the flag here in Hastings. It's been a great game, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Post-game show coming up. This is Sod Buster Baseball.
Imperial of Hastings and Kearney has been a quality builder and developer since 1918. They have your office and retail space solution. Over 300,000 square feet of premier space. On-site management and maintenance. Great locations and abundant pricing. Spaces designed and built to suit. And flexible leasing options available. Johnson Imperial also features general contracting services. Check out all they have to offer. JohnsonImperial.com. Johnson Imperial in Hastings and Kearney. That's JohnsonImperial.com. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Big W here for the Hastings Sodbusters as they win 10-4. It's going to be a great interview here with Chandler Wagner, I'm sure, in a little bit. And it's got to be a good talk out there to his guys, saying, hey, you come into this one and, snap a 4-game losing streak. You win your game tonight and have played a great game. All right? To 1 error, the guys were on the ball. They wanted to be out there. They wanted to play. They had the energy. The crowd was really, really into this game from the beginning. Even when Hastings was trailing 4-0, this crowd helped get them back into it. So we'll talk to manager Chandler Wagner here in a little bit. Steve Stein's going to join me as well. You look at the Busters for hitting. Cole Dawson was on base 4 times. He had 3 hits. Logan Johnstone had 3 hits. Shimashita had 2. Hallback had 2. Lombardi with 2 hits. Carlson with a couple hits. The guys drew several walks. Great pitching tonight to Holtein. Only gave up the 1 run. Schneider gave up 3 but gets the win. Shaw came in and was lights out here in the 9th inning. He came in the bottom of the 8th and finished out the inning there. Steve, this is a good W for the Sodbusters.
And maybe the most impressive thing is the fact that you're down 4-0. 4-game losing streak. Didn't show a whole lot of fight last night. And just seeing them compete. I mean, getting the 4 runs in the 5th. And then, not only that, you see Casper come back with 2 in the 6th to battle back again and score 5. It was just, this could be a turning point game for this team. And you try to close this weekend before the All-Star break on a high note. And hopefully this is the beginning of a special weekend. A lot of good things to point to, from a pitching standpoint. Maybe the turnaround for Jeremy Schneider. We saw him struggle mightily when he first came out. He looked a little lost, but he ends up going 4 innings, throwing over 70 pitches. He does allow 3 runs on 4 hits, but strikes out 5. And he looked like he was throwing harder at the end of his outing than at the beginning of his outing. And then you mentioned Shaw. If you're looking for a guy like Bigham to close a game, Shaw really good today. With 1 2/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, looked really good. From a hitting standpoint, really up and down the lineup, you got contributors, and not only the guys that got the hits, but other guys who had good at-bats, and you pound out 14 hits, you score 10 runs, and it's going to look good. And
certainly nice for what was a great home crowd tonight for this Hastings Sodbuster team to come out and get the win.
Well, not only the hits. The hits haven't been a problem this year. It's been capitalizing on the hits, not leaving the guys on base. I have 8 guys left on base, but for a while there they had no runs and they were out hitting Casper, and then they came back and they got situational hitting. And they had 2 guys on base. They got them in. They had 3 guys on base, got a couple in. So, they're getting the clutch hits that they haven't been. And I think I can say this. This is the best game I've seen here at Duncan Field for the Hastings Sodbusters this season.
Maybe. Yep.
Yeah, that I remember anyways.
I guess
maybe early in the year there might have been some.
The come-from-behind win over Fremont
with the
when they scored the 2 in the bottom of the 9th against
that was
Fremont.
That's right.
That was pretty fun. But, like I say, it's you take the wins when you can get them, and the most fun win is your most recent win. And this one, to break the 4-game skid on the home field was a heck of a lot of fun, and really neat to have Chandler Wagner a chance to come up and talk after a game like this.
Yeah, Chandler, it's rare this season that I've said this, but there's so many highlights and so many good points in this game. Let's start about the pitching. First of all, nothing wrong with Leaf. I know he's kind of limited on innings, so probably why you pulled him.
Yeah, he's kind of tapering his pitch count down a little bit, so that's why we got him out of him so early. But he did a great job for us, obviously. Couple big errors in there, but he threw well for us. And then Schneider, to have him being able to piggyback was great for us. So, and Shaw comes in and closes it out.
Yeah, very good. Talk about the hitting tonight. The guys didn't give up. They were down by 4, came back, tied it up, and then as Steve said, Casper got 2 more, but the guys, still didn't give up. Last night we just didn't see much fight in them. Today they were bound, determined. There were smiles on the faces. It felt like a different atmosphere down there in that dugout.
Yeah, and I just kind of challenged them to just start stringing hits together, and kind of took off from there. The last couple days, it's been tough for us to get back-to-back hits, and I just kind of challenged them to string some together. Even early in this one, I don't think we had any consecutive hits early on, and I think that kind of led to the bigger innings.
Yeah, you had the 6 hits there in the 5th inning, really broke things open. But another thing I saw is the getting the runs in. There's been so many times this season where they've left guys on base. They've had bases loaded, or they've had 2 guys on and not be able to get the clutch hit. And boy, tonight they really came through.
Yeah, and another big hit at a Hallback for him to come up with a runner on 3rd and 2 outs and get that run in was huge for us. So we're just starting to have a better approach at the plate and kind of just settle in a little bit now.
Yeah, you put Dawson back up in the first spot. He's been hitting a little bit better. Hallback in second. Doesn't matter. They each had 3 hits. You go through the lineup, 7 of your 9 guys had at least 1 hit, so that's a good feeling. The hits haven't been an issue this year. It's been getting the runs on top of the hits, and it's nice to see 14 runs, 10 hits, and a W up there especially.
Yeah, it's been pretty frustrating the last week or so when seeing we have a bunch of hits and not being able to put a bunch of runs on the board besides last night, and it was good to see them kind of bounce back after a frustrating one yesterday.
When you had some aggressive stuff going early, you had some hit and runs going on, some guys stealing some bases, making some things happen, and I think it kind of confused Casper, and they weren't really ready for that.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of guys on our team that run the bases pretty well, and kind of let them have a little freedom with it, especially the guys that I trust with it, and they usually do a pretty good job at it, and I think tonight was just a big part of that.
James Shimashita, 3 hits as well tonight. John Stone with 3. Just guys up and down the lineup. This has been a good positive night. Is there anything tonight that you take away as a negative, perhaps? Everything went well. Obviously, it wasn't a perfect game.
No, can't complain about a whole lot. After last night, for the way they bounced back, I'm pretty happy about it. So.
All right. Haven't seen the smile on Chandler Wagner's face in a little while, and there it is. Thanks a lot, Coach, for coming up.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. Busters win it 10-6. 10 runs on 14 hits, 1 error, 6 runs, and 5 hits for Casper, and no errors. These 2 teams will meet up again tomorrow. And, Steve, you will be driving this airplane by yourself. No co-pilot for you tomorrow.
What? I can't fly? Nope. We'll do our best.
That's okay. It'll be all you tomorrow night, and I'll be back on Sunday as I'm DJing a wedding tomorrow. You have Nate here if you need something, okay? So you won't be alone. But what a good win. I want to go interview a couple players, so I'm going to sign off for Steve Stein, for Nate Miller, for the entire Sodbuster crew. This is Josh Salmon. Busters win it 10-6. Have a good night, everybody.